Hey everybody, sorry for the long delay. I'm getting ready to start the show here in a few minutes, but before I do, I want to ask a favor of Teresa Lynch. I've sent several messages in Hangout or in the chat. I don't guess you saw them. I've been trying to get a hold of Sandy, and I can't get a hold of her. If you would please be kind enough to call her. Maybe I'm dialing the wrong number. I don't know. But either way, folks, she will be here uh soon. But the Christmas special will go on, and I will start the Christmas special here right about now. Oh great, I've already lost half my audience. Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty Sunday Christmas Special. I said that weird. Let me start over again. Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty Sunday Christmas Special. I said that weird. Let me say that again. Hold on. Let me lick my chops here. All right, let's try that one more time. Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty Sunday Christmas Special. This is your host with the most that likes to dip his gingerbread and toast. That makes no sense whatsoever. Dang it, Sam already off to a rocky start. Hebro77 here, and Sandy Diva will be joining me shortly. But look, take it up, Teresa. Take it up. Listen, can you please? You said, should I call her? Yes, please call her. In the meantime, we got Keith's dad in the audience. We got Teresa Lynch, bone breaking action, Fizzies. What? Regulated. Regulated? What am I, Chinese? Oh, that's racist. They're gonna get me for that one. Regulated zombie ghost nuggle cricket. Oh my goodness, that's got to be the limit to what YouTube can can set. Honest Hunter, Scrooge O'Biden. Oh boy, have I been watching a lot of Scrooge movies here lately. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. We have bone breaking action where Christmas is. Wait, no, let me say that again. Bone breaking action where Santa is real. We got, did I mention Teresa Lynch? Yes, I did. Did I mention Keith's dad? Yes, I did. Hanging, banging in the gym, brother. Anyway, we got a very special show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got a few Mandela effects we got to go over with you. Oh, and Nicole Anchorman. Oh, and oh my gosh, how could I forget? Well, I'm not going to mention Michael Fontaine until I actually have someone in here to say Michael Fontaine with me. Keith's dad, will you get in here for just 1 second, just until Sandy gets here, and then you can get the hell out of here. Can you do that, please? Just until I know she's going to be here soon. I just know she is. I just need you to come in and save my hide just for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just come in for 1 minute. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, Teresa, I've tried backstage. I can see right there. It's like right in front of my eyes. I know when she's not invisible. What I'm saying. Wow, we got 9 viewers so far. Gosh, I hope you guys just stick around. I swear to you, Teresa. I mean, why did I say Teresa? Sandy will be here soon enough. Christmas is real. Christmas is real. Christmas is real. Okay, I hit the invite button, but what the heck am I doing? Hey, I got 10 stopping in. Thank you for you kind people. You Sandy will be here, as I mentioned. I know I mentioned that like 10 times already. But yeah, we've got Keith Dad. Keith Dad? Hey, yo, Keith Dad. No, Keith's dad is gonna take her place just for 1 second until she gets here. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna like keep calling her, and Sandy will call her and stuff. And Sandy. You guys are interchangeable, you Teresa. I swear. No, that's not the way it is. We got Fellow Fire 93. Sorry, Fellow Fire. I gave you a number. I just had to. You know, your your number is going to be up. By the way, we got lots of memes and fun stuff to share for you guys. You know, last night, me and Keith's dad, we went live, and guess what happened? We did this little game with this elf guy. I will show the elf guy here in just a little bit. But Keith's dad, did you put out a video? I know, but can you do it one more time, please? I beg of you, please. I tried to call her, but you know, maybe I'm calling the wrong number. I don't know. But apparently, I guess it is the right number since you've tried. You see what I'm doing here? You see what I'm reduced to rubble.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, man.
You're
Merry
fine.
Christmas. I love your outfit, man.
I literally made it the moment you said, will you join me? I was like, I got to get a Christmas hat. And I ran in to edit my picture so I could put a Christmas hat on it.
Cool. Yeah, at least yours has the little white ball at the end of it. Mine, I lost mine.
So
Oh,
I'm a poor substitute for Sandy, but I will do my best.
Oh man, I don't want to lose the whole 10 people I have.
And you said, did you upload a video? Yeah, a little teaser of something we've already watched. I uploaded just so I could, because right now, if you go to my channel, it still shows like video games, and I kind of want to get away from that a little bit. So I needed a little like teaser, you know, and so I just edited a video and made a teaser. But yeah, that's all it is.
Man, yeah, I saw that pop up. Oh God, I'm losing people. Keith Dad, quickly get the one of those paddles. You know, get them. Clear. Get the people back in here. I'm losing them. Oh man, shit! I can't believe this is happening. No, it's cool. It's cool. We lose people all the time. I mean, you know, it's just the way it is.
It is the Sunday before Christmas. It is let me see, it's week 4 of what do they call it?
Say that again. Wait, no. Say that. I don't mean to lose you.
Okay. It's the Sunday before Christmas.
And all through the net.
All
through the web.
Not a Sandy was stirring.
not a Sandy was stirring. What rhymes with Sandy and stirring? Sandy was stirring. Well, okay, wait.
I mean, all we need is another word that ends in ing, because it's the easiest thing to rhyme.
Yes, that's right.
But you're the rhymer. I'm not the rhymer.
No, I don't write shit.
You rhyme everything.
Oh, rhyme. Yeah, I rhyme. Yes, I do, don't I? Keith's dead. What did I say the other night? How did I introduce you?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
The dad that looks good in plaid, I guess it was, right?
Yeah.
And he's not too bad, but don't get him mad. He'll make you sad. That's easy.
So Sunday nights, you get a full audience here. I see people on here that I never see. Nicole Ackerman, I don't see too often on when I'm on. Teresa Lynch, I'm glad to see you guys. I don't see you guys. What's this? Fizzy's regurgitated zombie ghost knuckle cricket.
That's what it is. I had a hard time saying regurgitated for some reason. I don't know why.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for proper English lessons.
Yes.
Yeah.
You helped me say regurgitated. Thank you. Oh man, I can't believe it. You know what? That's fine. I need to promise people will be on the show more often. People I know aren't going to show up.
Yeah.
You know?
It's hard. I totally feel you. It's hard. In fact, there's one guy I've been trying to get on my show, and he says he wants to do it, and he never seems to pop in every time I ask him to come on the show.
Oh,
That's you.
yeah. Yeah.
No, we're still doing this. It's only been like what, a week? So...
Yeah. Like first day. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm busy sleeping. I plan on watching TV. Important stuff.
That is important stuff, because heck, for this week, we had Witcher. The second season of Witcher came out. I don't know if anybody watches that, but Friday was the second season of The Witcher, and I just finished it like an hour ago. The whole season. So 2 days, 3 days, 2 days. I watched the entire season. It was fantastic.
Oh man. Yeah, well, you know what? We got interesting things coming up here, but I don't want to play them. No offense to you. You're a movie star, no doubt about that. But Sandy is like the what you giggling about? It's true. Not giggling, snickering. What are you snickering about, Willis?
I would always consider myself up and coming. I haven't been discovered yet.
Well,
but basically I just do it for fun. I do all this stuff for fun.
Oh yeah.
It's all I just enjoy doing it. And I mean, no one can say that you don't enjoy doing it. I've seen your videos. There's some you watch your own videos.
Yeah, I live for it.
See,
I got to admit. They're I tell you what, they're pain in the ass to make, but they're fun to watch.
Yeah, they are fun to watch.
Yeah. But you know how videos are, man. They can be work. They can be work, don't get me wrong, but it's more like a work of pleasure, as you would say. As Saji would say if he were here, but he's not. He's with his family. How selfish of him.
How selfish. How dare he? My
dare
family's all asleep. But you know what I did today, which was quite interesting, is I have a meme, a grandmother. She's my grandmother, and she made a comment today that I was very surprised at, because I told her that I was watching some old movies now, right? And she goes, all you kids, you all know the actors and actresses in these movies, and I was like, well, I can't think that she doesn't know them. I just think that her generation was slightly different. And so what I did was I brought up my phone a list of actors and actresses from the 40s, and I listed them off, the actresses and actors from the 40s. And she goes, "Oh yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, I could point him out." And I'm like, I don't know half these people. I've never heard of these names.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, that girl. Oh, she always had the prettiest dresses." Like so she knows it's just a different era.
Yeah, I was noticing that the other day, man. There are like 4 different Miracle on 34th Streets. I don't know if you watch any of those movies, but there's 4 different versions of it. And I saw one today. It was an hour long, and the other version they show on Tubi TV is like 45 minutes long. Like, when in the world did they ever make a movie that was only 45 minutes long? Like, what?
Well, there is one I considered playing, because there is one in the public domain. So
Really?
Yeah, there is one of the Miracle on 31st Streets, but I'm not sure. I think it is shorter. I think it might be that 45-minute one you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, when and back in those days, and especially today, when you got movies that are 3.5 hours long, when in the world do you ever remember a major motion picture that came out in the movie theaters, mind you? Because all those movies back in the 40s came out in movie theaters, of course, because they didn't have television. Well, they did, but it wasn't like it was only available to like rich people. So I mean, like, when in the world do you remember that being only 45 minutes long? I mean, seriously.
I mean, never. I mean, back in the day, like, in fact, I just watched the movie Hugo today, which is all about like old movies from like the
Mhm.
silent era. If you've ever watched that, it's got a bunch of silent era movies in it. And I was like, those movies were only like 10 minutes long. Like,
Wow.
that was an entire movie. It was like 10, 15-minute long movie.
Hmm. Yeah. That would be considered a short.
Now it would be considered a short. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
That was like back in the day when YouTube was brand new. You can only do 10-minute videos.
oh, was it only 10-minute videos initially? Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Yeah.
Man, I live streamed for like 12 hours one time.
Wow. That would be crazy. I don't know how you could do that, man. I don't even know how I can even go on for 3 hours. Like I do this broadcast, 3 hours sometimes. I think the longest I've ever gone is like 4.5, maybe 5 hours.
You only need 3 things, Hebrew.
3 things.
Yeah. Coffee,
Mm-hmm.
Mountain Dew, no social life. Those are the 3 things you need.
Yeah. That last one I can deal with. No social life. I definitely have that going for me. You know.
Oh, look, Rave's back.
Rave. I call them Rav, like raviolis.
Yeah, I call him Rav too.
Yeah.
I was actually, it was funny last show we had, you were calling him Rav, and I was like, yes, because no one else but me calls him Rav, but I've always called him Rav.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool nickname.
It is a cool. We just take one letter off of your name, and it's a nickname.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Philo Fire over here, I just call her Fire. Why not? It's like that burning guy in that video.
Yeah. So File Fire says this is social. You're absolutely right. This is my social life. It really is. Between video chatting with Rav Darius all the time, this is my social life. This is the extent of it. This is what I do.
How much you want to bet I could take? Okay, I have to turn the camera on for this, and I hate that because my hair's not quite all there yet. But I could drink this, whatever's left in this glass, in one gulp. Like it's tea. It's iced tea. That's all it is.
Wait, one gulp or one effort of putting it to your lips?
One, yeah, one effort of putting it to my lips. There we go. All right.
Yay! All right. It's a Christmas miracle.
The Christmas miracle. I'm not going to show the audience the part where I have to wipe off my mustache.
All right, I'll read it. Demented and sad, but social. That is from the Breakfast Club. Yes.
Oh yeah. Hey, Ali Sheeny, is that her name? That Ali Sheeny? Ali, you know what I'm talking about, the depressed girl?
Oh yeah. The weirdo.
Yeah, it's like I saw her in a movie the other day and totally recognized her. I'm like, holy, is that the depressed girl from the Breakfast Club? I'm like, oh yes, it is. Oh my gosh. So it was kind of weird. See, you ever see someone in another movie, but you only recognize them for that one movie? And then you're surprised to see them in another movie as though they only did that one movie and then quit Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean that's what every actor in Harry Potter, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, is there an actor in Harry Potter where you go, oh yeah, I remember that person from this person? No, Harry Potter, every single actor you go, that person was in Harry Potter. And if it's a British movie, guaranteed at least one person's in it.
Mm-hmm. Short Circuit. What the heck are you even talking about, Michael Fontaine?
Was the weirdo in Short Circuit? She was.
She was. Oh my.
She was.
Right. Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. Wow, what a change.
Yeah.
What was her name in Short Circuit? He said her name 1,000 times.
Really?
Oh, in the movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
He constantly said her name.
Yeah, I could hear it in my mind, but not the actual day.
Stephanie was her
Oh, yeah,
name.
yeah, yeah. Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Yeah. There we go.
No, disassemble number 5.
Yeah, there's a Mandela effect with that movie.
Is there? Which one?
I think it's like they don't actually say Johnny Five in the movie. Like they say it like one time at the end, I think. Is the only time
Really?
they actually say it. Like they actually refer to him as number 5, but not Johnny Five. And I remember, and I know how you are in Mandela Effect, you're very skeptic, but it seems like to me I remember them saying Johnny Five throughout the whole movie almost. As soon as like he saw that movie and gave himself that name, hey, Johnny Five. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a video. I'm looking that up because that is interesting. I understand the concept of the Mandela effect, and I do find it very interesting. I will say, it is very interesting, and I'm just not one to call something out uh, unless I know.
Right.
Is basically what it is. But like for instance, the Fruit of the Loom thing. Oh yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
I mean, that is absolutely Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia. Absolutely. So I do understand it. I just yeah. What causes it? I don't speculate.
No, we all like to speculate, but you know what speculation what that word does?
What does it do?
It makes a speck out of you and me.
I what?
It's some guy named Lation. It's
Yeah,
some guy
okay.
named Lation.
Some guy named Lation.
Yeah, that makes a speck out of you and me and some guy named Lation.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. Speculation. I don't know. But hey, dude, we got a big show going on. You know what I'm going to do at this time?
What's that?
I'm going to call Sandy one more time. I really am.
Okay.
I really am. Oh my gosh, she told me to call her at 8:15, right? So what do? My lazy ass waits until about 8:30 to start calling her.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even read the message. But I hate making promises. Like I made promise, everyone showed up, and then as soon as everyone showed up, they're like, "Where the heck is Sandy?" And I'm like, "Sleeping."
You
This is
know,
like a Saggy moment. Saggy would do this. He would totally do this.
I wonder how like actual like live well not actual live. This is an actual live, but like late night talk shows and stuff like that, how they get around, people just people must just at one point just say, "Nope, I don't want to be on there." Do they like set up like 5 different people and just hope somebody arrives?
Yeah, that's what.
I,
Yeah, that could be. I mean, they go to rehearse, like they have rehearsals. Like it's none of it's live. I mean, they go to rehearsals and then there's a taping. So I'm assuming like at the last, if someone does drop out, like they know about it right away, and they just whoever they have on their list, like you said, they may have 4 or 5 people, and only like 3 of those people show up, and they're just like they just send them in, I guess.
Is it like me where it's like, I'm just always available. So
Yeah.
if your guest doesn't show up, you go, you know what? I know Keith's dad will be available.
Yeah, you're like the let's see who was on the Tonight Show a bunch. I'm wanting to say um
Matt Damon?
no, the original Tonight Show.
Oh.
Where in the world is Sandy DiViego? Okay, now I am gonna call her though. So can you please keep Dad take over for a second?
Sure can.
All right, cool. That's cool, man. That's cool.
So,
Cool. All right, cool. No, go ahead, man. Cool.
okay. So basically, wow, when he mutes, it doesn't it get like so quiet, like you don't hear his background, and it just gets I don't know. For me, the entire place just gets quiet. We need like background music to go on. Anyway, I had a dream. I had an apocalyptic dream this morning, and what was funny is I enjoyed it. It was a very enjoyable dream about how it was weird how the apocalypse was happening very slowly, and you saw like the things happening. One of the things was shops haven't closed down or anything like that, but something was causing people to steal, which is funny because you are seeing that in the news. So shop owners have, in my dream, shop owners went and started taking people's like licenses and stuff. That way, they know the people that are coming in and they can't go out without getting the license. And um, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, the apocalypse is happening, and this is all going to work until people realize their license is worthless now. And yeah, and so all of a sudden fights started breaking out, and there was just mass looting, and yeah, that was a part of my dream. And it sounds like Heroes
Usually,
back.
usually when I have apocalypse dream, it's not really the apocalypse. It's like a recurring dream I have, and just bear with me for just a minute because this will be kind of a long story.
Yeah,
But
I'll have a bear with you anytime, Hebrew.
okay, sounds good, man. Uh, no, but Teresa, you're right. I just tried to call her too. And let me ask you this, Teresa: did it go straight to voicemail? Because when I did, it went straight to voicemail. I'm like, this is weird. This is weird. But anyway, let me get back to my apocalypse dream. Apocalypse. So,
Pock you lips.
fuck you, pock you lips, a pock you like lips, a pock. But never mind. Anyway, that's just as bad as my lame ass speculation joke. It makes a spec out of you and me and some guy named Nation.
Look, your lame ass jokes are why we're all here, Hebrew.
Well, that's half of why we're all here. The other, not the full reason. But yeah, Anyway, the apocalypse dream that I have the most, like a recurring dream, where I step outside and it's warm outside, and I can feel the heat on my arms, like I can literally, like I'm wearing a white t-shirt. And I don't usually wear white t-shirts. I wear t-shirts, but not just plain white t-shirts. So I go out there and I can feel the heat beating down my arms. I'm like, man, it's awfully warm for a fall day. I think it's a fall day. And I go out there and I look up and the sun has got like a face on it. And it's a weird evil looking face, almost like that clock from The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. You remember that game?
Nope.
Oh man. Well, yeah, it's got a weird moon like on like a real weird evil looking moon on that. But just imagine the weird evil looking moon, but only it's a sun. So you walk out there and there's sun, but then there's a time clock in the sky over the sun, like you see in those old Bugs Bunny cartoons. And then it's like it's looking down and it's just okay, just kind of imagine the Raisin Bran sun, but it's evil. And it's just like got this
Yeah.
evil grin on it. So the time clock. So I'm standing out there and I go up to the house and I get in there and I'm talking to my family. And then we all start stepping outside because we're hearing sirens going off and it's like in the middle of the day. And I look up at the sky and I see that time clock. And then the time clock reaches like 1, or maybe it reaches 12. It reaches 12. And then like all of a sudden the sky parts and all these weird things start coming down, like horses and guys on horseback and stuff like that. And then like there's this big explosion like you see in how when you see in movies when you see an atomic bomb going off
Yep.
and it's that big bright white light.
Yep.
Well, this happens in my dream, and as soon as that happens I just immediately wake up. Like I wake up not in a cold sweat or anything like that, but I just wake up startled. I was like, oh, like kind of like not quite like they do in cartoons where they just pop up. Like I've never really known anyone just to pop up like that, but it's just that feeling like, and you wake up, your heart's pounding and out of your chest, and then you realize it was all just a dream. You're like, Whew. Okay, time to have some coffee. you know, so that's
You know,
my sort of apocalypse dream.
yeah, those are, I hate to say it, those are like my most favorite dreams, are the world-changing dreams. Because I
Oh
I don't
man,
know. I guess I've read so much apocalyptic literature, books and stuff, and then you watch the movies, and everyone likes to think they'd be a survivor. I'd probably die, but I like to pretend that I wouldn't, and so they end up being my favorite dreams. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is The Postman.
Postman.
Yeah,
Postman.
I love that
Wait, is
movie.
that one with Kevin Costner?
Yeah, that's Kevin Costner.
Okay,
Yeah, I could watch that movie 100 times. I
man,
love that movie.
you sound like me with Ghostbusters. Like I have watched Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters, like 100 times plus then some. I probably. How long have I been alive? And that movie's been out. Let's see, about 30 something plus years. No, about 40 years. That movie's been out. No, that can't be right because I'm 44 years old,
Hey,
and that
hey, hang on. DD74.
DD
Are,
74.
are you calling me old?
Pour out on my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophecy. Your young man shall see visions. Your old man shall dream. Oh my gosh!
He
Yeah.
called me old.
How do you call you old? Where do you call you old at? Where at? Let
Because
me see.
old men shall dream dreams.
Oh,
No, that's what I did, is
I
dream
think
a
he's
dream.
talking about both of us. Why that dirty little? All right, that's it. Don't make me come down there in that chat room and in the physical form. Could you imagine?
Oh, joking.
It'd be kind of
Um,
cool if you had that ability to like sneak over there, like your avatar just left this little square box here and went over into the chat physically, and then you can manipulate all the other avatars. Like you see a instead of an emoji, like it's an emoji, but it's like a flying fist or something.
yeah.
You just
Oh no, we could totally do it. We green
yeah,
screen a whole area behind me, and
yeah.
then you bring your chat into your video, and
Oh
I make
yeah.
it pretend like I'm, I mean, I'm sure there's what do you call it? An app for overlaying the Minecraft figure over me,
Oh
and then
yeah.
I could walk over to the chat and punch somebody's other, icon and have it fly off.
The screen. Yes, that'd be funny.
That
Oh my
would be
god.
that would be funny.
That'd be hilarious, man. You know what pisses me off is like I used to play Sims. This the original Sims, and I
Yep.
know everyone's going to give me shit for not playing it on the computer, and I get that because you could build houses upstairs and downstairs and blah blah blah. But
Wait,
I
where else
actually,
can you play Sims?
huh?
Where else can you play it?
Well, I've got it on the Nintendo GameCube.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I thought it was only a computer game.
No, and what I like about it though, what I like about it is I cheat. Like I could cheat. I get like $1 million, and I could have it to where you have all of your furniture. You have all your anyway. The point I'm trying to make is what pisses me off is like you're trying to build a career and everything, and then your guy gets home, and by the time he gets home, he's out of energy. He's got to sleep. So you put him to sleep, and then he gets up. And then when he gets up, he's got to do his whole morning routine, brush his teeth and take a shower and eat breakfast and then clean the kitchen and all this bullshit. And by the time he gets done with all that bullshit,
There's
his
no time
energy
for
bar,
painting.
huh?
There's no time for painting.
No, there's no time for anything. You just by the time he gets done with all that stuff, it's time to go back to bed again. It's like, but I do cheat though. I do cheat. I pause it and then I go back in and reset the game, and then it comes back and your energy bars are all filled up. That's how you cheat. But no, we do have one hell of a show going on. Did you know that?
Where?
Oh, in here, but
I'm joking.
somewhere in the universe. What's that noise? Is there a ghost in here? That's weird. You know, I hear weird noises around this apartment sometimes. Like sometimes I'll be sitting here. I don't know if you caught it in my last video. Oh, not my last video, but my friend, the masked YouTuber, you know?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, on his video, for some reason he sits in my apartment while he's doing his videos. Like my apartment. Like, what are you doing in my apartment? I'm using your apartment to make my videos. You mind?
That's
You
a
know,
terrible. That's a terrible mass YouTuber voice. You're not very good at doing his voice, I must say, Hebrew.
that's the only one I'm not very good at, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
Besides Deanna Troy. Besides Deanna Troy.
I mean, if you could do his voice, I might think that you were him, but you're pretty terrible at it. So obviously, it can't be you.
Yeah, obviously. But no, he thought, and sometimes I do this too. I hear the doorknob like jiggle. And then I look over there and I'm like, what the hell? And then by the time I get to the door and I open the door, there's nothing there. Like nobody's like not even within like not even a foot of my property. It's like it's really weird and annoying and disturbing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, is it an old house? Is it like creaky?
It's it's pretty old. It's not old, not like yours, but I mean like I would say if it's not 75 years old, it's not a year. I would just say yours was what, built in 1700s?
The house that caught fire was it was 17 eight, and I can't remember now. I think it was 1775, 1774. 1774. That's when it was built. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you know the deep history of it? Like, has it always been like a mansion, or was it a bed and breakfast like you guys made it into?
No, it was always a mansion. It was
Mhm.
it used to have there used to be like 50 acres around it, and every so often the owner sold off a little portion of the acreage. And so basically this big old residential area kind of built up all around it. And yeah, like there's an apartment complex right next to us, on like the if you're looking at the house, it's on the right hand side. But he kept two sections. He kept the section that has the house, and then there's a section next to it which is basically the same size where the barn is at, where they got that old style red barn. It's very cool old style red barn. It is older than the US. Well, it's older than independence. Yeah, so it was built before we got our independence. Yeah, it's very old. 1774. Yeah, that's what it was. 1774.
1776. Oh, I was thinking about Independence Day, but yeah, 1774. What's that?
That's the year the house was built.
Oh, wow. So yeah, so you don't ever hear? Do you ever hear like woo or like Chief's dad? You know, or
No, but I do believe there has been deaths in. Well, actually, I take it back. There has definitely been a death. My stepfather passed away on the premises.
Mm.
Um, about 4 years ago. I'll give you the little story. Is he was mowing the lawn, and behind our house is some sort of river, but it's not like a big river where it is
Well,
now.
see, I know this story, but our audience might not, so
Oh,
they might be interested in it. Yeah,
well, there's a river, and it's only about, I would say, about
I didn't know that
20
happened
feet.
over there. Wait a minute, that
Yeah.
happened on that property? I thought that happened back over in North Carolina.
No, no. I was in
Oh,
North Carolina, but
oh,
he was
okay.
at this house. And so the river is only like 15 feet long, right? And it drops down, like when you go to it, there's like a cliff that drops down like 30 feet, like a rocky cliff. And when he would mow his lawn, he would take the riding lawn mower with the attached trailer in the back, and he would fill it up, and he would back it up into where that cliff was, and he would throw all the clippings down the cliff. And he's a retired Army staff sergeant, so he's got 16 years in the Army, blah blah blah. And so he was quite the um capable, guy, even though he was like 65. And well, one day it seemed like the story that we got is that he was on the riding lawnmower and he kind of backed it up, but it slipped and the entire riding lawnmower went off and he went off too. And my mom found him, I think 6 hours later, just in the water, and she was the first responder to bring him up. But yeah, that's so someone did definitely pass away in that house, at least one, but I'm pretty sure there was more. But yes, it's always been a mansion. It always had servants' quarters, and it had servants' quarters in the basement, and then it had like your butler quarters, which was different. So there's two different like servant quarters type of things. And you can tell. I mean, you can tell that they're, the butler quarters is a little better. Still get the high ceilings, but the servant quarters is only like 6 feet, 5.5 feet clearance for your head. Yeah. So, but it's really cool. The barn I find very neat because it's got the old style wood planks. So you're stepping on wood planks in this barn, like those big thick ones.
Big wooden planks, yeah.
Yeah, and they covered up where the horses go because the horses would kind of go down into the kind of underneath. They don't just sit on the wood planks. They went underneath the barn, and that's all covered up. So you can stick like a broom through the wooden planks, and it goes like 6 feet more down. That we've never even accessed. We don't even know what's down there.
Yeah, probably some old mine shaft.
That's where the good cast iron is.
Yeah.
Oh, when it comes to like mine shaft and stuff, what I find interesting is there is a pipe that leads to the house that has natural gas, but nobody knows where the natural gas is coming from. It's not coming from the city, so there must be a natural gas resource on the property, but no one's been able to locate where that is. But natural gas is pumped into the house. So like it somehow that house is getting free natural gas and no one knows anything about where it's coming from.
Oh wow. Well, hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a weird saying when you think about it. Like, where the heck did that saying come from? Like a gift horse? Like, what is a gift horse?
Well, if you get a free horse, you don't check its mouth to see whether or not it's healthy or not. You just take it.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I should have yeah. That makes sense.
Yep.
Speaking of gift horses, you know what I think it's time for?
What's it time for?
It's time for What Do You Mean? Memes.
What do you mean it's time for What Do You Mean memes?
Well, I mean, it's time for What Do You Mean? See, I say that really long. Mean memes.
I am taking a guess that we are now almost 45 minutes in. And
Without looking. Like you didn't look?
No, I didn't. No, I mean, I totally looked, but
you totally looked.
So I'm taking a guess. This means Sandy's probably not coming. And I was not prepared. I mean, I spent all my time getting a hat on my character.
Right.
So,
yeah, no.
So I do need a minute just to get set up if I'm going to go for another hour and a half here.
Yeah, I appreciate you stepping in, dude.
No
I know it's definitely last minute, like last second.
I was in the chat to listen.
I tried to call her just now, and yeah, it's not happening, brother.
No problem. What my plan was what you saw is I joined and then I started editing some videos and I was going to upload some videos onto my channel and stuff like that just while I was listening to you, watching you. But yeah, so look, so I can't do that anymore. Thanks, Hebro, or thanks, Sandy. No, I'm just...
Hey, I just hope she's all right because I've never known her to be like this.
Yeah, I hope everything's good. I hope everything is okay and that she's just asleep or out on a hot date or something like that. But
hopefully one of those two. Yeah.
Let me get about 2 minutes. I just need 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, and I'll be right back.
Hey, no problem. Well, Keith's dad is doing that. Let me give this room another shout out. My God, we got so many people watching. Also, this gives me an opportunity to apologize in advance to all you people who tune in expecting Sandy and didn't get Sandy on the program. I kind of feel like a heel right now, and not just any ordinary heel either. Like the heel of the bread, like the heel, like nobody wants that part of the bread. Like they get the loaf of bread and they eat all the good pieces of bread out of the bag, and then they leave you with like a heel and maybe like squished piece. Like who the heck wants a squished piece and a heel? Like you can't even make a sandwich like with that. You can, but it's gross. So my goodness. So we have Philo Fire, I should say. Euler Greg is here, by the way. I am really surprised to see him uh over to seal that pipeline from hell. Well, I hope so. We got Eddie Van King, the king of all vans, by the way. If you want a good, cheap, used van with a used mattress in the back, then call Eddie Van King at 1-800 Van King. That's 1-800 Van King, Eddie Van King, for all your Van King and King vans van needs. I said that all screwy and begluey, but hey, it works. So we also have good old Michael Fontaine in the house. He's in the Dakota house tonight. Gonna rock the house tonight. Huh. We got DD74. Thank you for joining us, DD74, wherever you are. And Teresa Lynch was here earlier. Bone breaking action. And let's see here. Dum de dee, dum de doo. Oh yeah, honest Hunter Scrooge O'Hyden. Who can forget Rav? Good old Rav. Rav is the man. Call 1-800 Rav Duress. Rav Duress for all your duress needs. 1-800 Rav. How you like that one? And welcome to our Christmas special edition. My God, we're going to have so many Christmassy things to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the origins of Santa Claus. We're going to be talking about the origins of Jesus Christ. We're going to be talking about the origins of Krampus. Krampus, if anyone remembers Krampus, he is the evil counterpart of Santa Claus. That's actually his origins manifested over in Russia. And we're going to be talking about him tonight, but we are going to be showing some memes before all of that stuff could happen. And there goes a Mountain Dew, courtesy of good old Keith's dad, the dad dressed in plaid. By the
way, that's the signal that I'm back.
That's the Keith's dad signal.
If you hear, I come running.
Oh, I was taking a drag right when you said that. It cracked me up. A 90 miles plus 10. So, yeah, I'm glad you're back, Keith's dad, all dressed in plaid, ready to be bad. And if you make him mad, then he'll make you sad. And that is a fad that's going on. So, I don't know. Maybe it could be. Could be trendy. You never know.
It could be rad.
Yeah. So hey, you know.
Hey.
So yeah.
We got memes.
We got memes. We got what do you mean memes? I think you're gonna like these, especially the last one. Oh my gosh. If you don't laugh the last one, you don't have a sense of humor. There's Beth Bromley. Yo. I'm gonna say it like Rocky Bow. Yo Beth Bromley. Yo Bromley. Come over here and tape up make the meat, Adrian. Make the meat. What he says. Is that what he says?
She could have been a contender.
I think the wrong movie, man. That was the other movie.
Oh, is that another movie? I don't know. I was never a big Rambo fan.
Yeah, you mean Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky. I wasn't Rocky fan.
But I'll tell you what he does say. He goes, Mick goes, when I get through with you, you're gonna eat thunder and you're gonna crap lightning. Oh wait, maybe I said that backwards. You're gonna crap lightning and eat. No, I said all right. You're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder. That's it. You're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder. You're gonna be a bulldozer, an Italian bulldozer. I don't know. Anyway,
No.
Huh?
Maybe I can't win. Maybe the only thing I can do is just take everything he's got. But to beat me, he's going to have to kill me. And to kill me, he's going to have the heart to stand in front of me. And to do that, he's got to be willing to die himself. And I don't know if he's ready to do that. I don't know. There you go.
Right.
There's my Rocky
Hey,
quote.
man. Hey man, that was better acting than Sly himself, I think.
Never.
One of my favorite speeches he gets is in the first Rambo, where he's like, I can't do it justice like you did there, but it's like you can't just turn it off like a switch. You can't just turn it off. It wasn't my war, it was their war. All I wanted to do was win, but they wouldn't let us win. Over there, I was in charge of $1 million equipment. And over here, I can't even get a job parking cars. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Time takes everyone out. Time is undefeated.
I could go on. I'd be like, Johnny, he said we're going to come back over here and we're going to drive his 57 Chevy till the wheels fell off. And I said, but we can't go drive a 57 Chevy, Johnny. I can't find your legs. So I don't know. Anyway, hey, let's show the memes. Let's quit doing movie quotes. I mean, what's up, man? What's up? What am I high on, man? I feel like I'm high on something right now. It's like, do you not hear me? I'm going 90 miles an hour plus,
That's because we're on a roll. We're in the zone, baby.
The danger zone. No, but seriously, we gotta get going here, man. We gotta get going. We're 51 minutes in, man.
Yep, let's get a meme up.
Well, I like how serious you said that, young man. Let's get a meme up. Okay, here we go. Let me get my share screen going. Let's see here. Some of these are going to be political. I'm just warning you. So, I'll read this one. Will you please shut up? I can't hear what I'm supposed to say.
I don't understand. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge Trump fan. I'm not a Biden fan, but I understand why people can't see that this guy is absolutely suffering from some kind of mental, degradation, like major mental degradation. They just can't see that. And this is the person running our country.
Yeah. It's actually kind of sad. I will say that it's sad in a way, because it's like,
I mean, I called that out a year ago, and I was like, oh man, I made the wrong prediction. I'm like, in a year they're gonna, say this guy is suffering from old age basically, and nobody's saying it.
No, they're just pretending like it never happened. Or not, it never happened, but pretending like, he's not saying all these batshit insane things and doing batshit insane things.
Well,
but here's something.
3 more years.
Here's something that goes right along with that.
All right.
Oh man, yeah.
My first priority would be to find a cure for what's that thing that you start losing your memory and
oh man. Oh yeah, dementia.
Although, for related to this, he did say that during his term of presidency he was going to find a cure for cancer.
Yeah, that's what he did say. Yeah.
He did claim that. So, you know, hope. If he
Yeah.
can do that, sure, I'll back him. If he can do that, it's not going to happen. But
Of course, their answer to that would be like, "Well, we were going to cure cancer, but then,
Trump.
um, well, yeah, that too. I was going to say the C word got in the way. It distracted us. That's what it was. We focused our attention on that word that you can't say on YouTube.
And don't forget, we pulled everyone out of Afghanistan, Middle East. No,
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't.
that was the other distraction. Yeah, like yeah, good job, buddy. Good job. That was some good works there. Yeah. Anyway, our next meme here. Where am I? Oh yeah. A lot. So now we get on to Christmas memes.
Yay.
This one's kind of cute, but kind of lame too, I guess you would say.
It's Grumpy Cat.
Uh-huh. I wasn't planning on giving Christmas gifts this year until I heard about those exploding Samsung Galaxy phones.
Wait, what? I have a Samsung Galaxy. What am I missing something?
I don't know. Maybe it's set to self-destruct at the end of the year.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
We can only hope.
Yeah. Oh, did Grumpy Cat die? Yeah. Well, he'll live on in memes forever.
Oh, urinary tract infection. Oh, that was 2 years ago.
Oh,
I totally missed that. It was 2 years
yeah,
ago.
we must have. Oh wow.
Yeah, I do remember iPhones. I do remember iPhones kind of catching fire and stuff like that.
Oh, I think I'm going to get a beating for this one.
Ho ho ho! No, I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yeah. When you see what Mrs. Claus wants for Christmas, either she's wanting something totally erotic, or she's wanting something that's totally going to cost them out of house and home. You know what I'm saying?
Even worse, she probably asked for something that he can't do. Like he can't. She probably asked for a vacuum cleaner. You know how you're supposed to not get anyone a vacuum cleaner. Women, for some reason, every one Christmas, they've always asked for a vacuum cleaner, and you're not supposed to get that. But if they ask for it, what do? You're kind of stuck.
Right. Here's Merry Christmas. Now go vacuum the carpet. It needs it. Yeah. Merry Christmas. That'd be like getting a woman like a stove. You know?
Oh man.
You know, because go fix me a grilled cheese sandwich.
File Fire Mensch says that vacuum cleaners never last very long for me. What you got to get, File Fire, is don't get a vacuum cleaner. Go get a shop vac. That's what you need. A shop vac. Those things are amazing. They're honestly, I'll probably never buy a vacuum cleaner again. I'm just gonna buy shop vacs from now on because of how amazing those things are.
Yeah, the vacuum cleaners, and I think they do this on purpose anymore. I remember the old vacuum cleaners, the old kind that had the actual bags in them that you emptied. I mean, those seemed to last for a long time, because I remember my grandma having a vacuum cleaner like that, and it lasted for nearly 20 years before we got a new one. And I think by the time we got a new one was when they were just introducing the bagless.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a weird transition, but yeah, I mean, now you get these bagless ones, and they last maybe 10 years at best if you're lucky. You know what I mean? Like I've had one that lasts a long time, but you really gotta step it up when you're paying for a vacuum cleaner. You really do.
Well, I went and I just had to replace a whole bunch of stuff, and one of the things I had to replace was a vacuum cleaner. And oh man, I'm sorry, I refuse to pay $100 for a vacuum cleaner. Refuse. I won't do it. I won't do it. I ended up buying a like a $20 little small one, and that was enough to do what I needed to do. But what I do plan on doing is they sell those old style vacuum cleaners that you're talking about. They sell them at Salvation Army. So you can go to the Salvation Army and get like a really nice vacuum cleaner that is like 10 years old. And I probably will end up doing that at one point, or getting a shop vac. I'll pay $100 for a shop vac because that thing, man, that thing sucks up everything, water, whatever you need.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, shop vacs you can put them through just about anything too. And they take Rufflin and Tufflin, and I'll tell you what, they last a long time, like you said, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, and it's simple. It's a very simple design, so it does
mhm.
last for a long time.
Oh yeah, you don't have to buy any filters for them. You don't have to really clean them. I mean, they do well. I guess they do come with that filter in the middle, but I never use mine.
Right.
And just you just empty them sometimes into the street, but to the street or just wherever it's convenient. And
Well, I mean, it works like it does. It works not only as a vacuum cleaner, but like if you wanted to, like how you get the pet vacuums that do they wash the well, they add water and like cleaning solution, and then it sucks
Mhm.
that water and cleaning solution out. Well, basically, what's all you do is you spritz your couch or whatever, and then you just take the shop vac over it, and it sucks up all the water. So
Oh yeah.
it can be used in like many different ways. Your toilet overflows, you just grab the shop vac. It's you can just use it for absolutely anything.
Oh yeah. I'll let you read this one, sir.
All right, before you laugh at people who believe in Santa, remember that a lot of people still believe that cow's milk is for humans. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, sure. Um, see, it sounds off right off the bat, but the more I think about it, the more I think I mean, we never waste anything when it comes to that stuff. I mean, look, we eat chicken eggs,
Yeah.
which is basically like the same thing, you
Right.
know, and goat's milk, and But I will say the one thing that they really nailed on you was that the milk does the body good.
Oh
You
yeah.
remember that huge
They
slogan?
promoted the hell out of that. Remember that the commercial where the little skinny dude, he drinks the milk. He's like, and as I grow, blah blah blah, I'll get bigger
Yes.
and stronger, and then you'll be just like a faded memory in the background or something like that. And it shows like the big muscular guy, you know.
Yeah,
No,
and
it does the body good.
I mean, it's not bad for you. It's got a lot of calories to it, but it's basically liquid food, and it's not as good as those commercials would say that it is.
No,
They're like,
no.
"Oh, it's got vitamin D." Well, you know what? They put the vitamin D in that. That doesn't come with vitamin D. They add that to it.
Hmm, good point. Yeah. The thing is, like, it tears a lot of people's stomachs up. I know it does mine. I know every time I drink, like, if I drink just straight milk, I can't. My stomach can't handle it. Like, it
Well,
just.
that's because that's it. All right. So I'm no doctor, you know, but
Mhm.
it is natural for a human being to become intolerant to milk. It is a
Mhm.
natural everyone has that ability, but most people, like for me, I put cream in my coffee, so my body has never weaned itself from milk. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you can become lactose intolerant simply by not drinking it.
Yeah, it's true. I guess your body. is actually kind of responsible for that too, because when we're kids, like our body craves that sort of nutrition, whatever comes from milk. Like you said, vitamin D doesn't come with vitamin D, but I'm sure it does come with certain nutritions and stuff like that. But it's like when you're a kid, naturally your body craves that up until the time you're a certain age. So when I was a kid, naturally I could drink milk like it was just like it were nothing. But as I got older and got into adulthood, as I'm sure we all do, a certain amount of milk, except for when it's in my cereal. Now I can, which I don't eat cereal too often, but now I can drink the milk out of the bowl after my cereal is all gone. But and it doesn't hurt my stomach. I don't know what the deal is with that, but just straight out of the glass, no, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it.
I
So
do. I mean, I say this, but I drink milk all the time. I mean,
yeah.
I do love milk. I mean, it's not the nectar of the gods that Mountain Dew is, but milk is milk is good.
Yeah. Now let's see here. Well, how many more of these I got? I got a few of them. I'll save that one for last. Here's kind of a mean meme, but kind of funny. It's funny. Now, if you don't recognize that, okay, let me read it. One Christmas, Santa decided that code just wasn't working anymore.
It's got brass knuckles.
Yeah, he's got the brass knuckles there and kind of a mean face.
Isn't that evil Santa from your videos?
Yeah, that's the one that flies to Christmas parties when they're being naughty. He's got the brass knuckles. Yeah, how dare you? You naughty, you naughty husband, you. Don't press your dicks against the copy machine. I don't know. Xerox. Is it Xerox? Back in the day, it was called Xerox machines.
Yeah.
People were doing that their butts, Xerox in their butts.
Wait, people don't do that anymore?
Oh, I guess they do, but it's like now it's a copy machine. They break the glass when they do it, so I don't know.
I mean, I don't think I've ever owned an all-in-one printer without doing that at least once.
Yeah.
So if you get any printed letters from me, yeah, just remember, at one point my butt was on that.
Right. Oh man, my ear was so itchy. Okay, so yeah, I mean, sometimes your kids they need a good brass knucks to the face. No, I joke, of course. But no,
I mean, he's already trespassing and breaking and entering.
Yeah,
You might as well.
Yeah, that's so true. If you're gonna break the law, break the law. Oh, hey, that's a good one. Let's see here. All right, here's this one. You guys might like this one a little bit. You might not. It's up to you. I don't know. This one is for oh no, this one's really funny to me. It is to me. I don't know. It might be to you too, Keith's dad.
Okay. Okay. For Christmas, I want a dragon. Santa, be realistic. Okay, I want a girlfriend. What color did you want your dragon?
That's funny to me because I know what the struggle is to try to get a girlfriend when you're not with somebody,
So
like
I am so I tell a little mini story here. I'm newly single, and I joined a dating app here in Ohio, and this is just, I mean, I have little hope now. I mean, I have like no hope because it is so, I mean, you know me, I'm not I'm a middle ground type of guy. That's just what I am. I'm not all the way one way or all the way the other way. I have no real opinion on many things. Or I do, just it doesn't belong to one particular group. And everybody is so divisive. You know, it's like, you know, if you're not vaccinated, swipe left.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like, even if I was vaccinated, I'm not dealing with your bull crap. I don't
I've
care.
seen those. Yeah.
You know, everybody is like that. And it's just either on both sides. And it's
That's
like,
everywhere, though. That's not just dating apps. I mean, that's just like everywhere nowadays.
yeah. Yeah.
If
I
you're
mean,
this, if you're a Trump supporter, swipe left. If you're this, swipe left. Like, why is everyone all of a sudden superficial?
I'm sorry. I didn't know Biden was going to be in our relationship. I mean, I just, you
Right.
know, just, I mean, am I inviting him over for dinner? So who am I taking out to dinner? It's just,
Right.
yeah, I'm slowly losing hope with humanity. Yeah, just it's terrible, and it's not going well, to the point where I'm just having fun with it now. I ended up getting an app that allows me to take my face and put it onto other videos. And so there's a picture of you know, the last scene in Dirty Dancing where he's dancing and she's like, you know, they do the dirty. Well, I put my face on Patrick. What's his name? Patrick Swayze. Patrick, is it Patrick Swayze?
Oh yeah. Hold on, I'm doing something real quick.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I put my face on him, and then I also threw my face on another movie that had the Grease guy, when they're doing the whole last song in the movie. Yeah, my I put my face on him, and so that's what my pictures look like now on the dating app, is those videos.
Oh, and there's something else I was going to talk about. Back in the day when I was doing dating apps, it's been a while. But I remember dating apps, they could get so ridiculous with their pictures too. It's like sometimes you see girls, they're standing next to their friends or something like that. And it's like, okay, well, wait.
Which
Which
one is?
one? Yeah. Which one am I trying to date? Is it this one? The one in the middle? One left? And then there's some girls, they'll take pictures of their like ex-boyfriends. Like they'll be standing next to their ex-boyfriends and they're
And
like,
they just
do
put a
you not
little
have
black marker over it, like they
yeah,
just.
or do you not have like did you not use your phone or your computer for your can you not take a current picture of yourself? I mean, you know,
and
like what's the deal?
that, you know, that.
And the other thing I noticed back then was that you would reply to them or whatever. You like I would always get the free ones, cheap ass me, of course.
Right.
And you know, you try to reply or whatever. Oh no, you got to pay for that. I'm like, what really? And then like when you did reply, it would take them about a week to reply back, and then it's like these people aren't really looking for somebody. They're not, because if they were, they would have a conversation with you.
Well, it's funny because I didn't join to actually date anybody, so I'm not really talking with anybody. I joined just to see what was out there.
I see.
And
Yeah.
and it's terrible. It's terrible.
But it's kind of like Facebook was in the day. Like you'd have a girl on there that was single, and she'd be like posting memes of like the nastiest things, and then when you like try to hit on her, are you kidding me? I'm a Christian. Okay, you're talking about sucking dicks on Facebook. I don't know. Like, really? I'm just glad I'm married, and I don't. No offense to anybody, but I'm glad I don't have to search. It's got to be a tough world out there nowadays. I mean, used to you could go into a bar or you know someplace and just meet a girl and say, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, you guys get a conversation going, and you hang out and something like that. Or, but now with dating apps, I mean, that's just they. I don't know. The whole thing is just weird to me. I'm glad I'm married. That's all I'm saying.
I would rather um I would rather just be single. That's I'd just rather be single. Oh,
Okay. Well, let's get on with the memes here, shall we?
yeah.
Let's change the subject.
Okay.
I think I have a few more here. Actually, I think I have only 2 more. Now I'll let the audience read this one. I actually debated whether or not I would just send this one because it is just awful. It is awful, but it is hilarious. I'm sorry. Okay, read it to yourselves and tell me this isn't just a little bit funny.
Oh, good golly. I
That's
don't want to
right.
read that. I'm not reading that one.
No. I didn't expect you to, or I wasn't going to either. Just you notice one thing though. He's like on a beach, like on a beautiful sunny beach.
I
He's not
mean,
like
it's like every ED commercial.
right. The bathtubs are outside on a beach. They're holding hands with separate bathtubs. Um, no, but I don't know. Is it raunchy? Sure. Is it a little distasteful? Sure. Is it low hanging fruit? Maybe. But I still find it amusing. You know, you can still laugh about it. No. Now here's another one of those that some people might not find amusing, but I sure as hell do. And I can't blow that picture up. I can't.
Can't hit control and mouse wheel yourself closer.
No, I don't think. Hold on, let me try. I can read it to you though, but it wouldn't be the same.
Oh, I can read it.
Can you?
Yeah. I stand behind Alec Baldwin because no way in hell am I standing in front of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that last minute. Decided, hey, that's the one I said, if you can't laugh at this, then you don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah, no, that is.
Oh, Philo Fire.
Oh my gosh, File Fire.
Oh boy. So,
That's
oh man. So that does it for this week's. The hell? Hey, you got a train.
I do have a train. Choo
Oh wow.
choo.
I feel right at home now.
I can barely hear it.
Yeah.
Dang, that's close.
You have some good speakers though, remember?
I mean, I have a good mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just wearing wired little AirPods at the moment for speakers, but yeah, my mic's really good. Just go. It's nighttime. No one's on the road, and if they are, just hit them. You'll be fine.
Oh no. No, but I we hear that sometimes in the end show a train will go by. I have a train going by here too, but the inside of my apartment is pretty well soundproof, but I can hear the outside world, but the outside world doesn't pick up on my microphone.
You do have a background noise, like
Do
a
I?
little bit of static that happens. Like, as when you mute, it all of a sudden gets like incredibly quiet.
I am running a heater. That might be what that is.
I mean, it's not noise. It's not bad. It's just you can, like, when you hit mute, you can tell you hit mute because it gets eerily silent. Like, just kind of like the air just kind of like leaves the chat. Like, it just leaves the stream when you hit mute.
That's weird. No, I never noticed it when I make videos in the stream like this.
Yeah.
And you can't hear it. You can't really hear it in those videos, I don't think.
Watch. What are we? We're at an hour and 19 minutes, right? So hit yourself on mute.
All right.
And Yeah, you see, you guys feel that air just like leave, just a little, just it's not a noise, it's just a noise that yeah, there you go. So now you replay it and maybe you'll be able to hear what I hear.
Well, I can't replay it.
No, I mean after we're all done.
Oh yeah, we're still live. Well, you can actually. I found out you can rewind live streams
Okay.
while they're live. I've done that,
Yeah. You can.
but
You open it up in a different tab.
yeah, I'd have to do that. But then I'd have to mute us. I mean, mute. I couldn't listen to it. Is what I'm saying. I'd have to. Well, I guess I could mute my mic. You know, you gave me an idea.
to mute your mic and listen to it
Yeah, let me
from
go
a minute
listen to
ago.
it real quick, and
Okay.
you keep the audience going.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, there's where I'm at right now. I'm in good old Lorain, Ohio, which is one of the northern towns in Ohio, and it's right next to the Lake Erie. And in fact, I routinely, just about every day, I try to walk over to Lake Erie, and yeah, it's beautiful out here. But yeah, there's seems to be an extraordinary amount of trains that come by, and when I have my headphones in, I can't really hear it. So the fact that he noticed it, I pulled my headphone out, and woo, I can definitely hear it. It is loud. But let's see. What do we got going on? Oh, I know what we can do. Ready? Right, here we go. There we go. We got our second Mountain Dew going, and we're about 14 minutes. 24 minutes. 24 minutes away from me turning into a pumpkin. Yes. In case you guys didn't check, the stream we had last night went well beyond 12, and I did in fact turn into a pumpkin yesterday. If you rewatch the live stream at the very end, you'll see I turned into a pumpkin. So hopefully we'll see that. We won't see that again, but maybe we will.
We will probably. I can't hear it because you're talking. You're talking on here, so that I hear, and I can't turn down my computer because if I turn down my computer, well, I can't hear it. The only way I figure I probably can do it is if I do it on my phone and listen. But that's too much trouble.
It's fine. It's not even that big of a problem. I
No,
just
no,
I
I
just
just
know it. It's not
I,
even a problem at all. You just notice it.
yeah. I'm just
I mean,
curious.
if I stop talking, right, and I click mute, can you tell that I muted?
Hold on.
Okay, ready? I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to mute.
Well, no, but I mean everybody's does that.
Not yours.
Really?
Yeah, when you hit mute, it gets very silent. Like you have you have a slight just background. It's just I don't know, background air is what it is.
Background
But
air.
it's not like shh or anything. It's just it's very it's very just very slight, very slight. But when you hit mute, I can tell when you mute. Because it just gets so quiet.
Oh wow.
Like very quiet. Like if you're in an apocalypse and you walked outside and you're like I can't hear the birds. Everything's quiet. It's like that. You don't notice it, until you don't hear it anymore.
It would be weird. I never thought about that, is to wake up and just not even hear birds anymore. That would be weird. That'd be like, don't hear birds, you don't hear airplanes, you don't hear cars going by. Just think about that. Like you couldn't hear like if everything stopped, like in the apocalypse, like you said.
Yeah.
I never really think about that. They don't really show that in movies either. When they have apocalypse, there's always some kind of noise going on somewhere.
Yeah. There was a I mean, this is a terrible reference, so I'll have to explain a little bit. But in Doctor Who, there was a very interesting mention when there was this girl that died, and they kind of brought her back to life in kind of a weird way, where she was in a stasis and she felt her ears. She felt something was wrong with her ears, and he goes, it's like, no, you're not hearing something. It's what you're not hearing. You've gotten used to it your whole life. It's something that you're no longer hearing. That's why you feel something different. You're not hearing your heartbeat anymore. You know, the idea that if your heart was to just stop, that it would affect your ears because you're so used to the bumping of blood, in your ear vessels and stuff. And so if you stopped hearing that it would feel weird.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I never thought about that before either. That is, it's kind of like that conversation we had not too long ago about not being able to hear ourselves talk. Like we can hear other people talk, but we can't hear our own voices. Like we don't know what we sound like, but our ears are so close to our vocal cords, yet we can't hear ourselves.
Yeah. No, when I listen to myself, I mean, it was hard at first listening to myself because I would listen to myself and I'd be like, that's not what I sound like. But now I've kind of gotten used to it. I've kind of had to force myself to get used to it, but I still kind of think to myself, I go, man, my voice sounds a whole lot dumber than I feel it should when I listen to my own voice.
The thing is, mine sounds a whole lot lighter than it should sound. Like I'm a big dude, and I have deep voice moments, like when I do like this, or like when I sneeze or something. Like when I sneeze, the whole room shakes. But like when I talk, I got like this little, not little man's voice, and it ain't like Mike Tyson where he's a great big dude, but he talks like this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but not really. Like there's still that deepness to it, but it's a weird faint deepness,
Your voice, in my opinion, your voice suits you very well.
Oh, okay.
Now, that said, I don't think I've ever seen Saji in real life.
Oh my gosh.
Right. And
Yeah.
so I think I picture Saji. I wouldn't do that, but I picture Saji, and I bet you if I was to see him, he wouldn't match my expectation of what I picture.
Well, his voice is like very similar to mine. He's kind of a big dude. Like he's a big dude. And he has like he's a big dude. Well, you've seen his picture. You can tell like he's kind of tall.
See, I think of more of him like a Shaggy type.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I picture.
That's
He's
what his
not.
voice sounds like, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah, based off his voice.
Yeah, that's what's funny. Like you hear someone talk on the phone, it's almost like you picture them in your head, and you can almost guess what they look like just by the sound of the voice. Like I'd hate the sound. Like I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but when you hear a black person talk, like you can tell that that's a black person most of the time, like about 95% of the time. Would you agree?
I don't want to agree to that.
No, but no, I mean,
no comment on that.
No
but
comment.
I will say, like for instance, Armor Up has got the voice that you can do that with. So Armor Up, I look at Armor Up and I go, you know what? That's a Santa Claus type. Armor Up is kind of a bigger guy, and he's probably got some facial hair that I can't grow, but he probably can. And that's when I think of Armor Up. He's got that kind of voice, that deep kind of Zeus-like stature.
But yet he's not really. I mean, he's just an average size. I don't want to say a little guy, but compared to me, he is. But no, he's just an average size.
Is he really?
Older guy? It's like kind of looks like Stan Lee, but without the looks of Stan Lee.
Well, I don't know if you remember, and maybe you do, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Do you know where I'm from? Can you, by my accent, can you tell where I'm from?
I mean, the thing is, I know where you're from, though. So that kind of influences my decision right off the bat. But if I didn't know where you were from, I would have guessed like either Colorado or Michigan.
Really?
Yeah, I would have never guessed North Carolina.
Oh, good, because you'd be wrong on all three of those.
Oh wait. South. What did I say? Wait.
I've lived in North Carolina, but I'm not from the South.
Hmm. Okay.
So you can't. So my accent. I've lost my accent over the course of the last 20 years, but
Mhm.
I'm actually a New Englander.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I
Duh, because you talked about Brady and all that.
Yeah, I pak the con have it
Yeah.
yad. Yeah. So
Okay, yeah.
I'm originally
Uh-huh.
from Rhode Island. Vermont's close,
Oh,
Michael
okay.
Fontaine, but I was born and raised in Rhode Island. So we and what's funny, and maybe you have it where you are, but your accents you can pick up, like everyone calls it the New England accent, but if you're from New England, everybody in New England has different accents. People from Vermont sound different than people from Rhode Island. People from Rhode Island sound different from people from New York. We all have different accents. Heck, and even in Rhode Island, there's what's called a Cranston accent.
Cranston.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, and they just, I mean, they're Looney Tunes. Everyone from Cranston, they might as well be from Florida. Like,
You know what drives me crazy is like your stereotypical Boston guy.
yep,
Like you see, Boston, hey, I'm from Boston. You know?
uh, yeah, your typical masshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you can hear it in like not everyone from Boston talks like that. But it's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear Boston.
Yeah, yeah. I grew up right over the border in Rhode Island. When like I was born in Rhode Island, and then I ended up moving to a town called North Attleboro, and that's right over the border in Massachusetts. And uh, it's where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so it was no, I lost it. It's gone. It's gone. What I was about to
Oh
say.
no. Oh no, I probably talked too much.
No, I had it, but I was gonna mention something about Boston people,
Hmm.
and I totally forgot what it was. Oh well, it's not important. But yes, Michael Fontaine, me, myself, and Irene. He was from Rhode Island.
Hmm.
That's exactly what he was from.
But I'll tell you something about it's like New York. New York, a lot of people imagine people from New York talking like this. Hey, I'm trying to sleep over here. Kind of like that.
Oh, now I remember. I remember. So being from Massachusetts, you go to bars all the time, and I was, I've been to my share of bars in Massachusetts, and being around the Boston area, I went there, and then when I moved south and I started going to bars, I realized they were very different. What I call a bar is actually an Irish pub.
Right, the pub. Hmm.
But in Boston, everything is an Irish pub. Everything, because it's very high Irish heritage in
Hmm.
Boston area. And so every bar I ever went to was a very, Irish pub style. But no one ever called it that, because why would you call it that when every single thing is like that? So when you go down south and even here in the Midwest, it's a whole lot different. They're more like Applebee's.
Yeah.
They got everything up on the wall, maybe their local football team and stuff like that, and it's very different. And then when you go to an Irish pub, like an actual one, and it's so cartoony. It feels so cartoony, you know.
Hmm. No, I like what Bethany. What did I say, Bethany? No, the proper way to say Beth is to do this. Go Beth. So you gotta
Beth,
say it like that. Beth. Beth.
Beth Bro, Beth Bromley.
Bromley. But no, I like what she says she's been to the Cheers bar. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean everybody's been to the Cheers bar, which is funny because the picture of the Cheers bar is not actually the bar that they filmed it in.
Hmm.
But yeah, the little
Yeah.
stairs that go down.
Hmm.
They had different, it's kind of like the Full House house. I've been to the Full House house, but that house and where they filmed it are totally different places.
Well, hey, I got some topics to get on here.
Okay.
So it's Christmas. This is the Christmas special. So let's talk about Christmassy type things. Like in my videos, you see the evil Santa Claus and the good Santa Claus. Well, there actually is an evil Santa Claus, and there actually is a good Santa Claus. However, However, the evil Santa Claus is more of a myth, a legend, an icon, a tall tale, if you will. But the good Santa Claus is actually based on a real person that was actually in the became a saint in the Catholic Church, and I will get into that. But I think the most important thing we got to talk about right now is the evil Santa Claus, which is not called Santa Claus; he's called Krampus, and Krampus comes from Russia, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a Russian lore, and I'm going to read the article. I do believe there's a video that goes with this, but I'm going to read this article, and I'll need you to kind of help me along here because you know how my eyes ain't so good no more, Keith's dad.
Okay.
So here we go. We got the story of Krampus. The Krampus. Krampus is a weird name, isn't it? Krampus.
It is.
Let's see here. History.com, history, blah, blah, blah. Bustle. What's the bustle? Oh, okay. Here we go. I don't think this article is too long, but I will read it anyway. So, the headline here it says, "Is the Krampus legend real?" Between the internet's obsession and you see like a crudely drawn picture there of the Krampus. Looks more like an evil version of that thing with the horns. You see this like, it's fast and fast to me, you'll never catch me. You know that thing. Between the internet's obsession and the 2015 horror flick, there's a horror flick?
Yeah. Yeah,
Huh.
Krampus. I remember that. It came out on Christmas.
Oh, wow. That bears his name, chances are you've heard of Krampus, the legendary Christmas beast used to terrify generation after generation of children. But is the Krampus real? Well, let's find out. The short answer is exactly what you expect. A resounding nope. I like how they just say nope. Not no, but nope.
Nope.
The Krampus figure is as real as his companion Saint Nicholas. That is not real at all outside of an overactive imagination. Well, I happen to disagree with that, and I'll read that article following this one. The Saint Nicholas is very much real, thank you. That being said, though the legend itself has existed for hundreds of years, long before Krampus caught the internet's attention. If you need a refresher, here's what to know about Krampus. The Christmas devil, as he's often called, originated in the Alpine region of Europe, primarily Switzerland and Austria, several centuries ago. He serves as the counterpart to Saint Nicholas. While good old Saint Nick rewards good children, Krampus beats up naughty children with a bundle of birch sticks and swings around what? It swings around a chain and bells. Oh, okay. With horns, fangs, two hooves, and an ultra long tongue, he bears a striking resemblance to the satyrs of Greek mythology. According to National Geographic, he's said to be the son of Hel, goddess of the Norse underworld. So it should come as no surprise to hear that Krampus has a nasty habit of stuffing kids into his sack and dragging them down into the underworld with him. Goodness gracious. And here's a picture of him doing so, the Krampus. Now that's stuff nightmares is made of, if you ask me.
Oh yes, that is definitely some nightmare fuel right there.
Oh my gosh.
If you're a kid,
Yeah,
if you're an
absolutely.
adult being bad, you're perfectly fine.
According to hold on. According to the Smithsonian magazine, Krampus follows Snake Nicholas around the night of December 5th. Really? And his arrival is still celebrated in many alpine towns today. But that's probably not where most people hear about the Christmas devil. Instead, you've probably come across Krampus online, where the legend is popular enough that National Geographic charted its rise last year. As the where am I? As the article points out, Krampus has been the subject of a comic book and starred in his very own movie. Yep. And a growing number of Krampus, what's that word, dude?
Krampus. Wait a second.
Natched? The chat?
Krampus Natch?
Natch?
Krampus Natch.
Krampus Natch celebrations have been taking place in the United States recently. See, I didn't know this. Why the increased interest, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. All we have are theories, of course, but here's a compelling one. Krampus taps into a subconscious macrobe, the desire that a lot of people have that is the opposite of the saccharine Christmas a lot of us grew up with. Jeremy Seggers, organizer of Krampus Festival in Florida in 2015, told the Smithsonian. Oh, looks like a pope. A pope's over there blessing this boy. The boy's fighting. He sees the Krampus behind him, but he knows he's going to get that delicious apple that, his parents probably can't afford. So he's not saying anything. But he does look frightened. Rightly so. That Krampus looks like he's going to take that pitchfork and just nudge him in the butt with it. It's understandable to wonder whether the Krampus legend is based on a real life figure. After all, his companion actually existed. So now they're admitting to it. I must have read that first part wrong or something, because it seemed like they were saying that. Anyway, St. Nicholas was a famously generous bishop. Yeah, see, I knew that. Who lived in what's now known as Turkey during the 3rd century. Over the centuries, the legend of St. Nicholas evolved into the beloved Santa Claus we know today. But although St. Nicholas existed, Krampus appears to be entirely fictional. Aside from a single sighting on a paranormal news website, there's no evidence that he's ever existed in the real world, even as a historical figure on which the legend was loosely based. Then again, try to avoid any naughtiness between now and Krampusnacht, just in case. The holidays are tough enough without being beaten to death by a britchstick by a goat demon. All right.
Or stuffed in a sack.
Yeah. There you go. There you have it. There's the legend of the Krampus. I'd like to see a movie like that. The Legend of the Krampus.
The Legend of the Krampus. There's a movie called Krampus. Although it's very loose when it comes to talking about,
the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Philo Fire, I should say, says life is creepy enough. She's right. Oh man. Where is good old Lotar 900 when you need him? I bet he's got some powerful knowledge on this so-called Krampus figure.
Oh yeah.
Now that I've read to you the legend of the Krampus, we're going to read about Santa Claus.
So you better watch out. Better not cry. Better not pout. Hebrew's telling you why.
You know, I came up with a new song. It's not
But
really.
did you?
I really just spun off of an old song. You know, the old song I didn't like. Okay, I didn't like it because it put down one of my all-time favorite superheroes and made him look like a bitch. Uh-oh. Hey, okay, yeah, it's midnight where you're at. I get it. Oh no. He turned into a pumpkin, guys. He turned into an actual pumpkin. I don't believe it. Oh man, a pumpkin on Christmas. Can you imagine?
Christmas pumpkin. Hey, you got Nightmare Before Christmas. That's good up until Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah. I had one meme that I forgot to share. I thought I put it in there. It says, "Can we just eat the turkey first, guys? Come on, you know, let's slow it down a little bit."
Well, I had this conversation the other day, about Christmas. Is what do you cook on Christmas for Christmas dinner? What is your choice for the big meat item?
Yeah, the big meat item in our house is usually ham.
Usually ham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here. But I believe in Europe it is a turkey
Mm-hmm.
still.
Or a goose, isn't it goose?
Oh, maybe a goose.
I heard because I mean, I know this was like 100 years ago, but in the Charles Dickens story, they talk about eating goose a lot.
Well, doesn't he go and get the biggest bird at the market at the very
Right.
end of the story?
Yeah, and that's a goose.
Oh, is it a goose?
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is. Yeah.
The other tradition they have in, I think it's Britain, England, is they wear crowns. I love that
Hmm.
crown thing because the idea is that on Christmas everyone is equal to the queen.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. I think I might have heard something like that somewhere down the line, but that's interesting. That's good. That's almost like a giving.
Yeah, I tell you, I love that kind of. Everyone has their different traditions.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I take the guess that the reason why we don't eat turkey for Christmas here for the most part is because we've already had turkey for Thanksgiving,
Right.
but they don't have a Thanksgiving.
Now, I have been known to eat turkey for Christmas once or twice, I think.
Yeah, if somebody had
Um,
a turkey, you wouldn't really blink an eye.
right.
You know,
No, it the thing is sometimes you get those 2-for-1 deals, where you buy one turkey at regular price and get another one for like 69 cents.
oh yeah, you buy
So,
your Christmas turkey after Thanksgiving. You
yeah.
get it for like 10 cents a pound.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but now in my family, we started a tradition about 8 or 9 years ago where we started having homemade raviolis for Christmas, and we are an Italian family. And what I come to find out is that actually most Italian families do the same thing. They have homemade raviolis for Christmas, and that's their Christmas dish.
That is very cool. That is very cool.
Mhm.
My Christmas tradition actually happens on Christmas Eve for the most part. That's different. I come from a French family, and so we
Hmm.
have pig's feet and meat pies.
Oh wow, sounds like something Captain Picard would eat.
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah,
does. Well, he was French.
yeah, yeah.
That's what yeah, on Christmas Eve that's what we do.
Now
Pig's
I've
feet
heard
and
of
meat pies.
I've heard of meat pies, but
Mhm.
what exactly is a meat pie?
I mean, it's really just like hamburger and sausage and a pie. I
Hmm.
mean, I've never made one. Someone always makes it for me.
So is
But
it kind of like a pot pie but different?
yeah, it's more meaty. I mean, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a meat pie
Okay. Well, kind of like shepherd's pie.
without the corn or the mashed potatoes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's basically if you're gonna make like a cherry pie or an apple pie,
Mhm.
only inside of it is meat.
I see.
But
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing.
Okay. No, that's interesting, dude. Yeah, I like the different traditions. Let's see what Chad has to say. Maybe they have some interesting traditions.
Yeah, Fire agrees with you with they did ravioli on Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Oh, that's cool. Is your family Italian, Fire? Do you have an Italian family of some sort? Some sort.
Some sort.
uh, okay. Keith's dad, could you take over the control panels for a second? I got to I got to use the restroom.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, I got this.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you. Thank you very
No,
much.
no problem. The let's see, another tradition that we have in my family is not really a holiday tradition, it's a marriage tradition. Told you I'm from Rhode Island, and we have a lot of fishermen. And if you've ever watched Family Guy, which also takes place in Rhode Island, the name of their town is Quahog, and quahogs are actually a big part of Rhode Island tradition. And for someone to get married into my family, a quahog, just to get explain it real quick, it's a really big clam. It's like a big clam, and for someone to get married into our family, the person who's marrying in has to take a Slurpee, and that's basically taking a raw quahog, putting a knife through it to open it up, and then just eating the raw guts of the clam. So you basically have to eat a raw clam, and that is a tradition in my family that is spanned, whew, ever since I can remember. And they're good. I mean, I'm used to them. It's like, if I was to describe it, I can't describe it where it would taste good, but it's not bad. It tastes like it tastes like snot. That's what I would say. I would say it's like a big heaping of snot.
Oh no. That sounds horrible. Did you say snot?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the tradition of my family.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Christmas traditions,
Yep.
I ran by the Witchy place, and I actually replaced my my crisp Kringles. So I got more crisp Kringles that I'm going to use on my Mandela family videos, and
I mean, you would have to. The last guy broke his head.
yeah, I know. He did, man. He got it crushed by Michael. No, not Michael Fontaine. Santa Claus. No, not Santa Claus. Michael Fontaine. What am I thinking? Why would Santa Claus crush his own son's head? That'd be weird. Maybe because he got sticky chocolate on his Atari 2600.
Well, he did.
Um,
He did threaten to beat his butt.
yes, he did.
No, don't beat my butt. I'll beat
Don't
your
beat my butt, Daddy.
butt.
Speaking of Santa Claus, so now we move on to the portion of the show where I'm going to talk about good old St. Nicholas himself, the big man in the red suit, Mr. Santa Claus, and not the evil Santa Claus.
I mean, I don't know if the real Santa Claus is, breaking into houses, not adhering to speed limits. I mean, how good is he?
I don't know. Like we mentioned in that last story, about breaking into some kid's house, about to beat him with some brass knuckles.
I mean, those reindeer cannot be carbon neutral.
Oh no. For sure, they have greenhouse gases that they emit.
Yeah, little sweatshop of little people. I mean, only in the North Pole. Couldn't do that here.
Subscribe to you guys. Get out of here. So anyway, we have this day in history. Merry Christmas, says Santa Claus as he blows the little bugle call. So we're just gonna read this little article here, and I don't know, just thought it would be kind of cool. And then I'll show a video on YouTube. So, Santa Claus, otherwise known as Saint Nicholas or Kris Kringle, has a long history steeped into Christmas traditions. Today, he is thought of mainly as the jolly old man in the red suit and the long white beard who gives toys to good girls and boys on Christmas Eve. See what I did there? I did like a little accent. But no, seriously though. But his story stretches all the way back to the 3rd century when St. Nicholas walked the earth. He walked the earth like dinosaurs and became the patriot saint of children. Oh, I didn't know that. Find out more about the history of Santa Claus from his earliest origins to the shopping mall Santas of today and discover how 2 New Yorkers, Clement Clark Moore and Thomas Nast, were major influences on the Santa Claus. Millions of children wait for each Christmas Eve. So there's just a little short thing there about St. Nicholas.
I wonder if they're going to mention Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola had a big thing about Santa Claus too, on how we think of them now.
Coca-Cola was the ones that gave him his red suit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
They actually they made him into the icon that he is. They what do they call that when you market something? Trademark. They gave him his trademark.
Yep. That red suit.
Mm-hmm. But now we're going to read about the legend of St. Nicholas, the real Santa Claus. All right, so here we go. The legend of Santa Claus can be tracked back hundreds of years to a monk named St. Nicholas. It is believed that Nicholas was born sometime around 280 AD and Patera? Yeah, I'm just going to say Patera. Near Myra in modern-day Turkey. Much admired for his piety and kindness. What? Piety? Piety?
Piety?
Piety. Piety.
Piety.
I've never seen that word before. What is that?
It's a religious word.
Oh, I see. Well, St. Nicholas became the subject of many legends. It is said that he gave away. I can't control the volume of my voice. No, you remember that skit?
Yes, I do. Austin Powers.
Yeah, I can't control the volume of my voice. That he gave away all of his inherited wealth and traveled the 7 seas. Oh no, wait, that's Popeye. Traveled the countryside, helping the poor and sick. One of the best known St. Nicholas stories is the time he saved 3 poor sisters from being sold into slavery. Wow. Or prostitution by their father? Holy, I guess that was sort of going on back then, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I kind of knew it, but it's like you don't really hear a whole lot of it, you know? You do today. I mean, yeah, today. But yeah, that's by providing them with a dowry. Yeah, what the heck is a dowry?
A dowry is when you marry a girl, you basically get a big sum of money. Or a bunch of sheep or goats, or it comes with the woman.
I see. It's kind of like a package deal.
Yes.
So they could be married. Over the course of many years, St. Nicholas, or I should say Nicholas at this point, I guess, popularity spread and became known as the protector of children and sailors. Interesting. His feast day is celebrated on the anniversary of his death, December 6th. Oh, okay. Remember we were reading about the Krampus, and it said the Krampus attacks on December 6th. That's where that comes from. Okay. I was wondering why he would follow him on December 6th, I guess to murder him. This was traditionally considered a lucky day to make large purchases or to get married. By the Renaissance, Saint Nicholas was the most popular saint in Europe, even after the Protestant
Reformation.
Reformation. Yeah, thank you. When the
Veneration.
veneration of saints began to be discouraged, Saint Nicholas maintained a positive reputation, especially in Holland. Okay, let me read this, and then we'll go on because I got a video to show. Saint Nicholas, his first inroads into American popular culture towards the end of the 18th century in December 1773, and again in 1774, a New York newspaper reported that groups of Dutch families have gathered to honor the anniversary of his death. The name Santa Claus evolved from Nick's Dutch nickname Sinterklaas, a shortened from of Saint Nicholas, Dutch of Saint Nicholas, in 1804. John Petard, a member of the New York Historical Society, distributed woodcuts of Saint Nicholas at the Society's annual meeting. The background of the engraving contains now familiar Santa images, including stockings filled with toys, fruit hung over the fireplace. Okay, now we're getting into, and then we're gonna read about shopping mall Santas, because that's what I want to hear about. And 1809, Washington Irving helped the to popularize. I thought it would say popularization. That's what I was having trouble with. To popularize the Santa Claus stories when he referred to St. Nicholas as the patron saint of New York. In his book, The History of New York. That's interesting.
Yeah.
As his prominence grew, Santa Claus was described as everything from a rascal with a blue three-cornered hat, red waistcoat, and a yellow stocking to a man wearing a broad brimmed hat and a huge pair of Flemish trunk hose. Huh? Flemish trunk hose. Oh, like leg hoses?
Beats me.
Okay, you know what? Let's see here.
All right, a Flemish trunk hose is kind of, it looks like it's like a tunic, but at the waist it kind of fluffs out. It's really weird looking.
Let's see. Here's what I don't see anything about Coca-Cola. That's weird. I'm just gonna go ahead and read. Let's see here.
Oh, okay. A Flemish trunk hose is like when you think of Shakespeare. That's what Shakespeare wore.
Okay, like a leotard almost.
Kind of, but not legs. This is a tunic, a shirt type of thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. So here we go. We're going to read about shopping mall Santas. This is what I wanted to get into, really. Gift giving, mainly centered around children, has been an important part of the Christmas celebration since the holiday's rejuvenation in the early 19th century. Stores began to advertise Christmas shopping in 1820. Interesting. And by the 1840s, newspapers were creating separate sections for holiday advertisements, which often featured images of the newly popular Santa Claus. See, I didn't know that. Okay. And let's see. I want to. In 1841, thousands of children visited Philadelphia shop to see life-size Santa Claus model. It was only a matter of time before stores began to attract children and their parents with the lure of a peek at a live Santa Claus. In the early 1890s, the Salvation Army needed money to pay for the free Christmas meals they provided to needy families. They began dressing up unemployed men in Santa Claus suits and sending them into the streets of New York to solicit donations. Those families, those familiar Salvation Army Santas, have been ringing bells on the street corners of America's cities since. Yeah, see, I didn't know that started like in the freaking 1800s. That's kind of fascinating, man. So here we go. Here's your modern Santa Claus, and I this is something neat. Perhaps the most iconic department store Santa is Kris Kringle and the 1947 classic Santa Claus movie Miracle on 34th Street. A young Natalie Wood played a little girl who believes Kris Kringle, played by Edmund Gwynn, who won an Oscar for the role. When he says he is the real Santa Claus, Miracle on 34th Street was remade in 1994 and starred Lord Richard Ottenberg as and Mara Wilson. The Macy's Santa has appeared in almost every Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade since it began in 1924, and fans of all ages still line up to meet the Macy's Santa in New York City and at stores around the country where children take pictures of Santa's lap and tell him what they want for Christmas. Now, see, there's a kind of a rip off going on there where people, used to you go and your kid would sit on Santa's lap and you're allowed to take a picture, and you took a picture and it was all free. And now, well, I guess if you wanted portraits or whatever, I guess you had to pay for those, but you were allowed to take a free picture. And now, of course, what they do is it's all about the pictures. It's all about just basically sitting them on Santa's lap and taking the picture. Used to, the kids go there, they'd sit on his lap and he'd ask him, what do you want for Christmas, little boy or girl? And they'd tell him, and they'd have a nice long chat about it. But now it's rush them in there and rush them out, take their picture, they're done. There is no, asking Santa Claus what you want for Christmas. And I think we did vaguely cover this last year, but I think it's just such a shame that they don't have that connection like they used to. Like they don't get to really sit on Santa Claus' lap and really tell them what they want for Christmas. And it's just, I think that the art of all of that is lost in all of this, the hustle and bustle. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Keith's dad?
You have to. I think you have to find the right places to go. Like I mean, the mall Santas are not really where it's at anymore. For instance, where I am here, there's a park, and Santa appears for 2 hours on Saturday and Sunday. And I walked by there once, and there was no one there. You could have just sat on Santa's lap and told them exactly what you wanted, and there was no line. It was pretty interesting. But yeah, if you go to the mall, technically, yes, they've monetized it like crazy, but you don't have to get the pictures. You can stand in line just to sit on Santa's lap and tell him what you want, but we do live in an age where everyone takes pictures of everything nowadays, and
Right.
so it's like, why now it's like parents are like, oh, why would I stand in line to just put my kids on Santa's lap without taking a picture?
Right.
Well, you can do that. You can go and take your kids. It's because it should be about the kids, not about what kind of photo op you can have with the kids. It doesn't matter. That's my thoughts.
And that's what I always think about is like, it's about the kids, about the little kids, you know, the joyfulness in their eyes, the way they light up when they see Santa Claus, the way they react. And not that all kids are like that. Some kids are scared of Santa Claus, mind you. But I mean, like, you know, I remember when I was a kid, like the wonder of it and go, oh my gosh, you know, because when you're a little kid, that's like the real Santa Claus to you. You know, it's very a surreal moment where you see that great big guy up there at the top of the hill sitting in a great big old red throne, you know, with elves included. And you're like, oh my gosh, oh, I gotta talk to Santa. I got, you know, you get excited for that stuff. And nowadays it's like kids are just like, whatever. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's more of a
So,
chore than anything.
yeah. Yeah, it's just like it kind of reminds me of that movie, A Christmas Story. Kids are getting up there and they're just shoving them down that slide. I'll tell you what, I wish we had something like
I
that.
know. I know. I totally agree.
That looks like fun, dude. Except, you know, I wouldn't want to get pushed in the face by his boot, you know, but just to be that big old slide, go all the way down, land in that soft cotton ball of snow. I mean, that looks like fun.
More than that, can you imagine having your kid stand in line all alone in the mall waiting for Santa? Because that's kind of, wasn't that kid, the parents kind of like left and he was in the line all by himself.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore.
No. That's the other thing. Like I remember when I was a kid standing in line all by myself. I mean, my parents were around, like my grandma. It'd usually be my grandma and my mom or something. But it was like they were around some like close by, but they didn't hold you by the hand, walk you all the way up there, you know? Unless you were real little, I guess like 1 or 2 years old. But yeah, it's just like trick or treating, you know. I remember trick or treating when we were kids, we were dropped off a block away and we went and walked. We walked everywhere, and then like your mom or whoever would come pick you up and say, okay, we're going down the next you know, how 4 or 5 blocks down. We'll go down there next. And then they drop you off and you'd walk 4 or 5 blocks and go to each and every house. And
yeah,
you know, you can't do that anymore in some places.
No.
You know, I noticed this year it was really destitute. Like a lot of houses had their lights and stuff turned off, and there was a lot of people not home. However, um, the trick or treating was weird. It was like one day it was in this town, and the next day, on the actual day, it was in the other town. And I think people were expecting the trick or treating to be on Halloween.
Yeah,
You know, so
I thought that was so stupid. I hate it when town councils, town mayors or whatnot think that they can just move certain holidays around. That's not what we hire you for. You know, Halloween is on October 31st.
right.
That's when it is. You know, and you're not going to move Christmas around, are you? You can't do that. You know, why would you move Halloween around?
No, that's insane.
Yeah, in my town, Halloween was on a Saturday. We celebrated Halloween on a Saturday when Halloween was actually on a Sunday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we stood outside for both days.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at least if you're going to move it around, at least have it to where the kids can go out both days. I mean, fair enough.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't get the news for my town. I didn't know until it was like a little too late.
Yeah, my wife follows Facebook and all that, and that's how they do it now. It's like all on Facebook. It's like not everybody has Facebook. I don't have Facebook.
I don't have Facebook.
It's like, are you kidding me?
I'll be honest. I will tell everyone your life gets so much better without Facebook, but it's so hard to get rid of it.
Oh yeah.
But once you do, life is great. It just gets so much better.
Oh yeah. Makes it so much easier. Well, hey, I did have that video I wanted to include, but I think I've read pretty much all I'm going to read about St. Nicholas and his history. What I'd like to do at this time, this is our last story of tonight, and I saved this one for last because it's the most important, is the story of Jesus, and not just any ordinary story of Jesus, mind you, but the true story of his actual birthday and what they found out or what they think is his birthday, because nobody really knows the true birthday of Jesus, you know. It's always been estimated. But anyway, here is what the History Channel has come up with. Take that for what it's worth. And I will read this. This one also comes from the History Channel. Will you get off of my screen? Thank you. Sorry. But yes, this is why we're supposed to celebrate Christmas, the birthday of Jesus Christ. You know? So here we go. Oh, did you have something before I started reading?
Nope.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just moved closer so I could read.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to need help with this one too. They probably threw some words in there I've never heard of. So, Christ is born. So it says, I guess I cut off some of that. Yeah, no, I guess I did. Christ is born? Well, that's a weird way to start your article.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like, when was Christ born or something like that. I don't know. So, anyway, getting into the article here, it says, although most Christians celebrate December 25th as the birthday of Jesus Christ, few in the first two Christian centuries claimed any knowledge of the exact day or year in which he was born. Cigarette smells funny. The oldest existing record of a Christmas celebration is found in a Roman almanac that tells of a Christ nativity festival led by the Church of Rome in 336 AD. The precise reason why Christmas came to be celebrated on December 25th remains obscure, but most researchers believe that Christmas originated as a Christian substitute for pagan celebrations of the winter solstice. And I have actually heard about that. To early Christians and to many Christians today, the most important holiday on the Christian calendar was Easter, which commemorates, thank you, the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. However, as Christianity began to take hold in the Roman world in the early 4th century, church leaders had to contend with a popular Roman pagan holiday. See, I also heard about this, that was a pagan holiday, commemorating the birthday of the unconquered son, Natalis Solus and Victi. What? Victi and Victi and Victi.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds Italian.
I think it's Latin. Is that not Latin?
Well, it says the Roman name for the winter solstice, so I just assume it's Italian or Roman. Is it Roman Italian?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but I think all Romans spoke Latin at the time.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, that's true. Every winter, Romans honored the pagan god Saturn, the god of hold on, I'll get this. Agriculture. Thank you. With Saturn. What the hell? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
you had it. Saturnalia.
Okay. Saturnalia. Why do they throw these words in here? They know I can't read. What the hell? A festival that began on December 17th and usually ended on or around December 25th. Well, that's interesting. With a winter solstice celebration in honor of the beginning of the new solar cycle. This festival was a time of merrymaking, and families and friends would exchange gifts. Okay, cool. At the same time, Myssarian Razamataz army and the cult. No, I'm kidding. I'll try to say this right. Myth
Think of Mithril. Mithril is Mithra.
Mithraism. Mithraism. Yeah, Mithraism. Worship of the ancient Persian god of light was popular in the Roman army, and the cult held some of its most important rituals on the winter solstice. Solstice.
Solstice.
I like saying solstice because it sounds like a sauce that you would
Like
eat during the winter time.
Excelsior.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anyway, moving right along, as they say in the Muppets. Um, After the Roman Emperor Constantine, I converted to Christianity in 312.
Constantine the First.
Hmm?
That's Emperor Constantine the
Oh.
First.
Oh man. Well, why don't they say that?
They did. That's what that says.
Oh man. I thought they were saying that like he was saying, you know, like it was in his own words, you know? Like I converted to Christianity in 312, you know. I'll have you know. I don't know, man. So that's supposed to be a 1.
Yes.
Is it like why can't they just say the first?
Because it's a Roman numeral.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh boy. Oh,
Oh, I love this show.
well, hey, it makes for funny moments, you know. So
Right,
I
where
don't
were
even
we?
know where I was. Oh, and sanctioned Christianity church leaders made efforts to appropriate the winter solstice holidays and thereby achieve a more seamless conversion to Christianity for their emperor's subjects, and rationalizing the celebration of Jesus' birthday and the late December. Church leaders may have argued that since the world was allegedly created on spring equinox, late March. Oh, that's interesting. So too would Jesus have been conceived by God on that date. Huh. Interesting how they came up with that. How did they come up with it? The world was created in the spring. Huh. That's kind of cool. Excuse me. The Virgin Mary, pregnant with the Son of God, would hence have given birth to Jesus 9 months later on the winter solstice. So, yeah.
Fake news.
Fake news, they say.
From 2,000 years ago.
Yeah. From Rome, the Christ Nativity celebration spread to other Christian churches to the west and east, and soon most Christians were celebrating Christ's birth on December 25th. To the Roman celebration was later added other winter solstice rituals observed by various pagan groups, such as the lighting of the Yule log and decorations with evergreens by Germanic tribes. The word Christmas entered the English language originally as Christies. Christies?
Yep.
Huh. Christie's
Masse.
Massey, meaning Christ Mass of Festive of Christ in Old English. A popular medieval feast was that of Saint Nicholas. So here we go. See, it all ties together, man. Of Myra, a saint said to visit children with gifts and abominations. Oh, wait, no, that's not.
You're close.
And motions and motions just before Christmas. This story evolved into the modern practice of leaving gifts for children said to be brought by Santa Claus, a
Derivative.
derivative of the Dutch name of Saint Nicholas. All right. Well, there you have it. Man, reading. I tell you. I got to do more of it.
Yeah, so congrats on having a pagan symbol on your stream up there in the top right.
Huh? What do you? Oh yeah, the Christmas tree. Yeah. Well, you know what? I look at the Christmas tree really as just because we tend to put things on it that represent Christ. Like we do. We put like an angel on top of it. You know, we put like candy canes on it. And well, I guess that doesn't represent Christ, but we put lights. No, I guess that doesn't have anything to do with, but the angel on top and even the star. Like when you think about the star, you think about the Star of Bethlehem, the one that the little wise men followed to find out where Jesus was staying at, and not staying at where he was born at. You know, so
yeah, to me it doesn't matter where the tradition originated from. It's how you're using it now. Like just
right.
because you do a Yule log doesn't mean you're celebrating a pagan holiday or anything like that. You know, it's become part of a religious tradition. You know, just because you have a Christmas tree isn't meaning, you know, pagan. You're celebrating a pagan solstice. It may have originated there, but it's evolved, it's changed, and you're in your own heart, you're using it to celebrate the birth of Christ, which is perfectly fine. We do the exact same thing with Easter.
Right. Yeah. No.
Bunnies and eggs, because when Jesus was crucified on the hill, there were, bunnies that, they were sticking the pole in their holes and stuff. And bunnies and eggs are for fertility, spring fertility. It's the spring solstice. But that's not why we celebrate it. We put it in and we celebrate it as, the death and resurrection.
And the whole bunnies and eggs thing, I mean, that's for the children. That's just to keep them amused and entertained. And also when you think about, like you said, fertility, like when you think about the resurrection is a new beginning. It's a new life, so to speak. It's you're entering a sort of new life. So you think about spring. What happens during the spring? Like everything.
A lot of shagging, a lot of animal shagging.
Well, that too, but no, I was thinking more along the lines of, there's a new life because everything that was dead from winter, like the grass and the trees and, all that stuff all comes back to life anew. They're resurrected, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
and chocolate is like the same color as the cross.
All right.
That was
you're stretching it just a little bit. Oh, yeah, but I could, okay. But they do have chocolate crosses though, which I think is kind of weird because you're eating a death device that killed people. I mean, when you think about it, I know it's supposed to represent Jesus and stuff like that, but
chocolate.
No, the cross.
Oh, right.
It's like, but that whole thing's been weird to me anyway. Like, why? Like, I don't know. It's just that the whole cross thing always seemed weird to me. Like, why would Jesus want you to like remember him? He was resurrected. You should remember the resurrection. Why can't we have little necklaces of just like Jesus being Jesus? I don't know.
Sure.
Just a thought.
Yeah. No, hey, I, I would say if it was me, I would think the reason why we think of the cross as a religious symbol is because it's a reminder of the way Jesus died. Is there was not a death of, that even though many people were crucified, uh, Jesus' death was a bit above and beyond even for that, and so it's a reminder of the sacrifice itself that he went through. I would say. I wouldn't need a chocolate cross though. That's just me. But there are some religions out there that they don't. In fact, if I recall, Mormons, um, they don't see like the sacrifice happening at the cross. The sacrifice is happening, actually happens in the Garden of Gethsemane.
Mm-hmm.
The fulfillment of the prophecy happens the day before, not at the cross. That's why in Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints church and temples there is no cross. They don't put a cross up.
Well, I hate to knock another person's religion, but the Mormons have some weird out there ideas about. So I mean, we showed this cartoon one time that showed like humans came from outer space, and Jesus and
That's
the devil are
Scientology.
brothers, and it was weird. And I'm not saying, hey, if you're a Mormon and you're out there and you're doing your Mormon thing, then so be it. But I mean, just to me, it's just the opposite of what you're
I
supposed to be doing. I mean,
I respect all religions, for the most part. I have my own religion, but I respect all religions. But I will say every single one of them has got their weirdo little thing to it.
true.
Like for instance, I'm Catholics now. I go to a Catholic church right now. I'm
Mhm.
not Catholic, but I go to a Catholic church, and I find it very weird with communion. I find communion very weird because in most places, when you take communion, it's kind of like a symbol. It's a symbol, of your covenant with God. Basically, it's
Mhm.
a reaffirmation of it. But in the Catholic Church, it's different. They believe that wafer literally turns into the body of Christ when you eat it. Like
Right. Yeah.
literally does, and the wine literally turns into his blood, and that is just so weird. I find that as I mean, if you're sure, go ahead, why not?
Right.
But I find
Yeah.
that very weird.
I grew up Catholic, and I grew up with those sort of rituals, and I've changed my mind on so many things. So many of the things that they do, I disagree with. On one of those things that I definitely disagree with is, why would you have to go to a mortal man, a mortal human, and ask him for forgiveness on God's behalf, like he's supposed to be the voice of God? And I know that was explained to me, like there has to be a conduit between God and a human, but why does there have to be that
It,
conduit? Why can't you just go straight to God and ask for forgiveness? I
I,
just never understood that.
I'll take that one step further in the Catholic Church, and it was another thing, a big question that I've been asking lately is in the Catholic Church they don't just pray to God. Normally you pray to God in the name of Jesus. In the name of
Mhm.
Jesus we pray. So in the name of Jesus you're praying to God, but in the Catholic Church they pray to everybody. They pray to Mary. They pray to Saint Michael. They prayed it to a bunch of different people, and I always thought that to be like, I mean, prayer is a form of worship, in my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I always thought it was a form of worship, and I'm like, well, I don't really pray to Saint Peter or Saint Michael. I think when you start Catholic Church, the first thing you do is say the prayer to Saint Michael. I think it is. Or Saint Peter. I think it's one of those two.
Saint Michael, I do
Is it
believe.
Saint Michael? Saint Michael.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't do that, and I don't pray to Mary. I don't pray to the Virgin Mary. I mean, she's special. I understand that. But I don't think I need to pray to her. I mean, it's just
Yeah, I
me.
think the big misconception I think that a lot of people have is that those are those are more like offerings, which I agree with you is totally still kind of worshiping. But I there is a big difference between offerings and like prayers. Like you're offering, like when we say something about the saints, like Saint Anthony, pray for us. That's what we're saying. We're asking the saints to pray for us, to take our prayers up to God. And again, that's the same thing with the whole asking the Father to forgive you for sins. Like, why can't you just go straight to God? Why do you have to have saints take
Agreed.
your prayers to God? You know,
Yeah,
so it's
I
not
agree.
really that we're praying to them; we're sending prayers to them. But I do agree that that's sort of like we are kind of worshiping in a sense.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
no problem with it if someone wants to do it. It's not, it's kind of like a fundamental belief difference with me and the Catholic Church.
Right. Yeah, totally. And like I said, I've lost a lot of beliefs that, like, I disagree with a lot of those things and a lot of things that you're talking about too. Like there should be no prayer to Mary, and it is a prayer because you are praying, you are saying, like, Mary, Mother of God, be with us sinners now and at the hour of our death, and so forth. And
Hmm.
that is essentially a prayer. You're right. I I see that. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I agree to that point. Like, and the Bible says, "Thou shalt not have any other gods before me," and that sort of is what you're doing. You're putting.
If
I'm
you're
not
praying, like Filefire mentioned, Saint Anthony seems to help find lost stuff, no harming an ask. If you want to talk to, spirits and saints and stuff like that, absolutely, no problem. You want to talk to them, like my, when you go up to a grave site and you talk to the grave site, you're talking to the idea is that you're talking to the person. You're not praying
Mhm.
to them. You're just talking to them. And yeah, sure, I do that, but at
Yeah,
the
and that's the general idea. Like I said, is that we're sending prayers to them to take up to God.
Yeah, it's that whole at the end you say amen thing that,
Right.
it
Yeah.
bothers me. It's
It. Oh, I never said that at the end of when we're sitting there in church and they go, pray for us, and then there's no amen to me. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't been in the Catholic Church for a good long while, so I don't know what they're doing now. But when we did it, it was just we were asking them to pray for us. That was the whole deal, and that was my whole argument. I forget who it was. I got into an argument with
yeah.
somebody about it not too long ago, and it was like,
Here, let
hmm?
me let me read this to you really quick. This is
"Oh, I
the
believe you."
the prayer to Saint Michael that you say. Saint Michael, the archangel, defend us in battle, be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May
Mhm.
God rebuke him. We humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander through the world for the ruin of souls. Amen. That
With that, well, yeah, but he is using God's name though. He's saying under the power of God. Do you see what I'm kind of saying there though? At
no, I
all?
totally I get it. But
I mean, I'm not agreeing with it. Like I do agree that that is a form of prayer
right.
and shouldn't really be
So then
done.
the question is prayer not an act of worship? Or is prayer an act of worship?
Yeah,
I would assume that Catholics believe it's not an act of worship because
right.
otherwise, you're not worshiping that because they would agree they're not worshiping Saint Michael or Mary. So I don't know. It's tough, and I don't care either way. I'm not one of those people that thinks if you're not my religion, you're going to hell. As long as you're a good person, and a few other things. Um, yeah, of course you're going to go to heaven.
That's the way I've always believed is just be a good person and just be just do what you're supposed to do and just like if you sin, if you do something, if you fall, ask for forgiveness. God is a merciful God. I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, I'm laughing at File of Fire's
You're
comment.
reading the
No,
comments.
yeah,
Yeah. But that's what Christmas should be all about anyway. Bottom line, should be about celebrating Jesus' birthday and being kind to each other, and not about commercialism and all the other stuff that I've talked about on this program before. And we kind of dug into a little bit about Coca-Cola, about the commercialism. What's funny is when I was watching Miracle on 34th Street. Let's go back to that for 1 second.
yeah,
Is that Santa Claus there was saying, because Macy, the Mr. Macy, whatever his name is, he goes, or not him, but the guy that's right under him. I forget the guy's name, but he's like, and here's a list of toys that you need to recommend to the children, and if we don't have that, just automatically go to this one or something like that. And then when he's done with his whole spiel, Santa Claus tears up that whole list. He says, "Are you even kidding me right now?" He didn't say it exactly like that, but he's like, "This is exactly the commercialism that I've been fighting against." So when I saw that, I went, "Huh, that's interesting that they would have their Santa Claus in that movie say that Santa Claus, who is sort of like the symbol of commercialism, be all against commercialism." I thought that was just kind of an interesting way of looking at it. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. We've been fighting commercialism for ever since it became commercialized. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Oh no, no.
But I will say, and I'll announce it, is I am not giving presents this year.
Oh really?
Not a single one. Nope. Not a single present. No, this year just needs to end. In my opinion, between you and me and everyone in the world.
Everyone's watching.
This year just needs to end, and it has nothing to do with COVID. This is just my life this year. That's terrible. So let's start anew.
Getting the soda out of the fridge. I was listening, and I do agree with you as far as I understand why you're like that, understandably so. And in a way, I'm kind of like that too. If I didn't have, my wife and kid and the family that was buying for, and I didn't like, my kid's still at that age where, oh, listen to this.
Yeah, I hear it. Here it comes. Oh.
There we go. I wish it would sizzle. That'd be even cooler. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of like anymore. It's sort of like a certain kind of pressure that's put on you, and it's like peer pressure, so to speak. Like if you don't do it, then you're an Ebenezer Scrooge, and it's like, well, maybe people have reasons, maybe either they've had bad luck like you had, and maybe they're just not feeling it, they're just not in the Christmas spirit, they're just not. And me and Saji talked about this also. It's like for adults, like for us, like for you and me, like I can go to the store if I want something, if my coffee machine breaks down, or if I need a new blanket, or if I want a t-shirt, I could pretty much buy that stuff for myself. And I tell my wife the same thing. I'm like, you can buy this stuff for yourself when we go shopping, or I could buy it for you. It doesn't have to be Christmas, and more or less what we talked about is Christmas, more or less to me, is for the kids. Like the kids, of course, they can't go to stores themselves and buy their own toys and clothes and
Right.
stuff like that. So it's like, and it's just, to me, I'm just as happy with just like a handwritten letter, or a card, or even just like, just
Yeah. I've always been the master of personalized gifts. I never really just said, "Oh, you know what? I'm just going to get you, a gift card or anything like that." It's always been some sort of personalized gift, either handmade or something like that normally. But no, this year it's I don't know. I went to church today, and I hate to say it, but church felt very empty today. I've been in a funk all day. I'm glad you pulled me out of it for the show, but yeah, for pretty much all day, I was in just like, I don't know, just I had a terrible day. It's not anymore, but it
Well, I'm
was.
glad you came on. I really am. Not only because you saved my skin, but because I enjoy talking to you and hanging out with you. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I love talking to you.
Yeah.
I love just hanging out.
It's one of those moments where you can escape sort of from your day for just a little bit, but probably for a little while, and sit down and talk and be silly and even be serious about serious topics, but not just that, but just like we do when we're just hanging out in the backstage area, the chat room, just hanging out. This is a couple friends hanging out on a Sunday night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I wasn't able to get on the internet or stuff, I mean, I felt it. It was like I was like I kept having to fight. Like, I mean, it was a battle to try to get back the internet back so that I could re-socialize again.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, like this is our only kind of socialization because I don't have too many friends. Like most of my friends are on the internet. Like there's you and Saji and a few others that
Yep.
are on the internet, and there's like my friends, I see. I don't go to bars. I don't do, and that's pretty much all there is in this town is just like bars and stuff like that. And I do go to a movie occasionally or to a restaurant, but I mean, besides a movie and a restaurant every so often or going out shopping, I mean, that's about it. I mean, that's my that's my day, dude. And I can really avoid all that, because everything's nowadays is automatic and everything's delivery. But I don't really, you know me, I don't do the delivery thing. I know Saji does it because he doesn't have a choice. But I like to go out and pick out my own food and look at it and decide, oh man, this got a little bit of brown on it. I don't want this. It's
Right.
disgusting. But that's pretty much my only socializations. Like I hate to say it, and this is probably going to come out wrong, and I don't mean it like this, but I don't like people. Just I'll just
Well,
be honest.
so I do go out for particular purposes. Like I do go to the bar. Not recently, I haven't because of the fire and stuff, but I usually do go out to the bar usually once a week. Philo Fire mentioned bowling, billiards, roller skating rink. Bowling, not so much. Billiards, not so much either. Actually, I have a pool table, so I just play it at home.
Mm.
And roller skating rink. Oh my goodness, I love roller skating, but I haven't roller skated in like 5 years. But I am fantastic at roller skating.
Oh my god, I am so uncoordinated. I would like fall on my ass just flumbling around on the carpet. I couldn't even get out there on the floor. I
I'm the
mean,
one that roller skates backwards in front of you. Like
uh-huh.
that's the
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
do.
you're
I
that
can
guy,
do.
huh?
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not very cool anymore. It used to be
Yeah.
when I was a kid, but but now I still have the talent, but the coolness factor has gone away from roller skating.
Like, that was one of the things, like, when I was a kid, I always, like, envied well, I didn't really envy them. I guess I was just, like, sad and upset that I couldn't do it because, like, I was always that kid that was in the arcade section playing video games the whole time and eating most of the food while all the other kids is roller skating.
Yeah, and
So,
yes, just the old school, the
yeah.
four wheels corners. Yeah, no inline skates. I don't do inline skates. I forgot. Isn't there another name for them?
Inline skates. Yeah, there's like
I thought there was another name. And I can't remember them.
I'm not sure what that would be. Yeah, I would like to. had known how to roller skate, but I'm just, like Philofire said, I used to bow a lot. I used to bow, and I'm
Rollerblades.
roller blades, fast blades, speed blades. Uh, hey, do you remember a movie came out? I think it was a few years ago. I think it was called Rollerball. I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember rollerball.
Yeah,
Kind of.
Rollerball. Some guy went to jail over that movie. Like he went to jail producing the movie, and then he lied to the FBI or something. Went to jail. Like went to prison, not jail, prison,
Oof.
federal prison, because he lied to the FBI. Could you imagine going to prison for telling a lie? It was like, oh my god, that'd be horrible. I could think of a lot worse things than lying to the FBI. I mean, not that lying's good. I don't like liars, but I'm just saying, like, kill
You know,
somebody if you're going to go to prison. What did we say earlier? If you're going to commit the crime, at least make it big. Go big,
yeah.
go home.
I'm not an activist or anything like that, but I do feel this is where I'm not fully right wing. Is I do believe there is something fundamentally and systemically wrong with the law enforcement in this country. Has nothing to do with race, though. Just has
They
to
have
do
too
with
much power. They just have too
just
much power.
too much power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like if I'm walking around and I'm doing something. Now I understand if I'm breaking the law or whatever, and the cop comes up, hey man, quit breaking the law. But when he starts putting his hands on you and you can't fight him back because then you can get in trouble for hitting a police officer, that's not right. You should be able to defend yourself,
yep,
but no, if you lay your hand on the cop, you're done.
yeah,
And that's to me just I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. But I think if a cop starts it, if he puts his hands on you in any kind of way and you're not really doing anything, you
yeah.
should be allowed to fight back, in my opinion.
You should be. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You should be. And then you get they overstep their bounds. That's the problem I always have is the law is pretty clear, and I don't really have any problems with the law. It's that they tend to overstand their bounds. Plus, there's this idea that cops protect, and they don't. They're like glorified garbage cleaners. Whatever happened has happened. They're just cleaning up the mess most of the time. That's what I was always taught from my stepfather.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. Like someone sideswiped my car. They did not too much damage, but it was a hit and run. They hit and they ran away from it. They ran away from a scene of an accident. And the cops, here's what they did. All right, they ran down the license plate and they basically did a report and did a police report and so forth and whatnot. And then that was it. They didn't follow up on it. They didn't hand it over to the sheriff's department or have the other town in which they ran the plate down, which was only a few towns over. I mean, I understand they're out of their jurisdiction, but they could have handed it over to that department, right? I mean, isn't that how the
Yeah.
law goes? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a lawman, but I
Well,
think
there
that's
was
how it goes.
there was a story recently about a guy who someone stole his truck, and so he called the police that someone just stole his truck, and so the police uh, came by. It took them a half hour to get there, and
Mhm.
they arrested the guy. They arrested the guy who called the police for
What?
his truck being stolen, saying that he fit the description of what the caller said that
Oh my
was.
gosh.
And so they arrested him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, and then they found out that he was the owner of the truck, and so they tacked on the filing a false police report.
What?
Yeah, for real.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's insane.
Yeah, they accused him of stealing his own truck. He's the one
Oh
that
my
called them.
gosh. Yeah, you know what? Here's another thing that grinds my gears. Oh, I didn't complete my story, by the way. but that's okay. I'll complete it now. Um, so basically, we had to do our own police work. We had to run the people down. We had to write them a note. We had to get the witness to sign a affidavit or whatever you call it, and basically nothing's going to come out of that. I mean, they're not going to. They don't have any insurance. They're not going to pay for that damage.
Right.
I mean, it's just nothing. Nothing's going to come out of that. Seriously. Those people aren't going to get charged with a hit and run. They're not going to get charged with reckless driving, which I think they should. But no, that's just the way the law works. Like you said, it's just all a big scam, in my opinion.
I'm reading chat and they're wanting to ask something. I'm trying to think, and no, I don't think that works. So when it comes to copywriting, they're talking about copywriting in there, because I've had my little deal with copywriting recently. Is you can go and look for public domain songs, and just type in like public domain music, and a lot of times on my channel, if I have background music, I use Spotify. Spotify has a whole bunch of music for streaming and stuff like that I'll play in the background. But there is public domain songs, like I think Beethoven and stuff. You just have to make sure. You have to like double and triple check. But to be completely honest, like there was, for instance, did you know? And I think I mentioned this yesterday. Was and I hope you don't mind me going on a little bit of a tangent here. Is
Don't go on a tangent. Yeah,
It's a Wonderful Life is public domain. It's a public domain movie. However, the soundtrack isn't. So you still can't stream it online, because the music in it, all the background music and all that, is all still copyrighted. And then even when you get public domain, you have to be careful where it's public domain. There was one movie I wanted to play, and what was it? I forget the name of the movie I wanted to play, but Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That movie is entirely public domain,
right.
but only in the United States. And so with YouTube, because YouTube is global, you can't put it on YouTube either, because it's global. So they'll just take it down. So while you can watch it, if you're in the United States, you can watch it all day long, which I recommend you. If you guys haven't, that movie is so awesome. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. But if you're outside the United States, you can't watch it. It's still copyrighted outside the United States. No, it's not. Because if you're posting it, you are profiting from it. If people are giving you, it's not just money. When you talk about the word profit is not just money. Getting viewers, building something is still considered profit, as long as you come out benefiting in some form of another. That is considered profit. Yeah, it gets so touchy. It gets so touchy. Not to mention YouTube in particular is crazy when it comes to copywriting, because they don't deal with copywriting. So if someone claims it, they'll just take your money. They don't even need to own it, as long as they claim it, because YouTube's not going to do anything about it. There's a big problem on YouTube right now, is people are just randomly claiming stuff. But when it comes to, like, when you say, you can use it, they have what's called fair use. That's what you're talking about, is fair use, which, fair use is similar to what Hebrew does. Hebrew will take some stuff, but then he changes it enough for it to be new. That you can do. So it can be copyrighted, but if you change it just enough for it to be creative additions to it, you get away with it. That's why you can see, like, people will make snippets of movies and stuff like that, but they'll change it, or they'll talk through it, or talk about it, and that's considered fair use.
Hey,
That's it. That's all I got. You don't want
I
to talk
got
about
some.
it too much.
I got an update on Sandy.
Okay, what's up?
She just texted me. She said she hadn't been feeling very well here lately.
Oh,
Nothing serious, but as far as I know. But however,
however,
she said she slept in. That's what happened, and she said, "Man, I knew this was going to happen." Her schedule and all, but because she does several different shows, and
right.
but she said that she wanted to let everybody know, she's doing fine, and that we'll do this. We'll do this again some other time, and she'll be able to make it for another show. So I just want everybody to know that. Now I have asked her. I said, "Do you want to come in at least? Say hello to everybody, or But we'll see. But we'll give her just a minute to respond, and then I think we'll go ahead and close it out.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and read off the chat participants while we're waiting for that to happen.
Oh, sounds like it just happened.
Oh, well, I'll read this text. Yeah.
But so I'll say Michael Fontaine, like if you made a trailer for a fake movie, you could do something. So there's a video on YouTube that I found so funny. It's the full version of the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, but every time um Sam takes a step toward Mordor, it cuts to go back to the scene of him saying it's the farthest he's ever been from the Shire, right? And it makes a 3-hour movie 9 hours long, and that is fair use because it takes a movie and it changes it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask her if she wants to come into the chat. She by the way, she says thank you for covering for her. She very appreciative.
Oh, no problem. I enjoy it every time. I am a poor substitute for Sandy, but I do my best.
Hold on one second. I'm yeah. But I got some announcements. Let me go ahead and do some roll call here.
Okay.
All right. So first off the bat, I'm going from bottom to the top. We got Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
I'm going to say it in Italian. Miguel Fontaino.
Did you do the fingers?
Oh no, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I waved my hands actually.
Okay.
Michael Fontaino. We got, of course, Fire 23. Yes, I signed her a number because I'm getting so sick of people not having numbers by their names. It's a thing for me. I don't know why, but I just like saying the numbers. If you don't have a last name, you're getting a number, people. Let's see here. Keith's dad, his last name would be Dad. Keith's Dad. No, but oh goodness gracious, Vilifier, you chatted it up like a chatting horse. Oh,
yes.
Wow. Yeah, cool.
Oh.
Okay, we got DD74. Well, what's the O for? What happened?
There's Santa Diva.
Oh,
just
well,
popped in.
Yes. I do want to apologize, by the way, on my account. Like next time, like I was late trying to call her. Like I should have called her way earlier. And I'll know that next time. I'll know that. But hey, you know what else we got in here besides Sandy Diva?
Who else?
We got Oiler Greg.
Willie Greg?
Oiler Greg.
Oh yeah, Oiler Greg. Yeah.
Not Oily Greg.
Yes,
He's not oily. Well, he might be. I don't know. We got Eddie Van Koon, otherwise known as Eddie Van King, the king of all vans.
King of all vans.
Yeah. We've got Beth, or as I like to call her, Beth Bromley. Hey, yo, Bromley, come here. Yo, Bromley, do my taxes. I don't know. Did I mention we had DD74?
You did now.
Teresa Lynch was here earlier, way earlier. She skipped out when she knew Sandy wasn't going to be here. You know, those two are like Thelma and what's the other Scooby Doo? Daphne. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thelma and Daphne. So we got. Let's see here. Let me fast forward it here. Oh my goodness, you guys, your chatters. I love it. Good. Who else did we have? Do you remember? Oh yeah, Rav. Good old Rav was here earlier.
Yep.
So I'm scrolling up as far as I can, and all I see after that is Hunter Hurst Hayden, or as he calls himself today, Hunter Hurst Screw Joe Biden, or whatever his name is. Bone breaking action where Santa Claus is real. Oh, I said that wrong, didn't I? It should be bone breaking action where Santa Claus is real.
There you go.
And how about one for Fizzy's regurgitated zombie ghost Nuggle Cricket? Boy, that's a mouthful.
You don't need a number. Give them a negative number.
I got to give them a number. That's a long ass name. And hey, you know, Nicole Anchorman was here earlier. She actually said something right at the top of the show.
Yep. Yep.
Sandy Diva, Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas to everyone. And you know what else, Keith's dad? I gotta say this. God blesses everyone.
Oh no.
Yes. Yeah.
But you missed you missed Bear Lamb was also here.
Was he? Oh
Yep.
yes. Yeah, he gave me a thumbs down because I was late. I knew he was gonna do that.
And did you say Hannes Hunter Screw Joe Biden?
Oh yes.
Oh.
Oh man. But Sandy Diva, you'll have to go back and watch the beginning of the show and check it out. We talked about some really cool stuff. And in fact, I was panicking. I was like, Teresa, could you give Sandy a call? I keep calling her. I think I might be calling the wrong number. I was so freaking out, dude. Oh man, before you came in here, I was like, oh God, what am I gonna do?
I always pop in at the right time.
Yes, you did, man. You pop in at the right time, and then you turn into a pumpkin at the wrong time.
Midnight. At midnight, I turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah. So no, I was freaking, dude. I was like, this is my Christmas special for crying out louds. You know, like Saggy couldn't be here because he had to be with his family. Good old selfish Saggy. How dare you want to be with your family?
Merry Christmas.
No, I can't. But seriously though, we had one hell of a good show, Mr. Keith's dad, Pumpkin Man.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm. On that note, do you have any final thoughts you'd like to dish out to the audience? Maybe words of wisdom.
Sure. Yeah. This Christmas season, even though, you know, if you guys are on my channel, you'll see me again. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year, and be careful of cats jumping in your tree.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, those cats, they can do a lot of damage, especially if you have an absent-minded uncle who likes to smoke cigars and then lets one go. Like if you have a cousin Eddie who likes to dump his raw sewage down into your sewer and then turns out to be gas in the house, you don't want that. So just be careful of your absent-minded and crazy relatives. Just saying.
If you have a cat, you're basically redecorating your tree every day.
Yes. Yeah, because they like to play with those balls.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. You know, I thought of something that I think Fellow Fire mentioned. You know, a Christmas tree, in a way, kind of is in the spirit of Jesus, because guess what?
What?
it has lights on it, and Jesus is the light. He's the way and the light. Remember that?
Yeah. Okay.
So just think about that next time you Christmas tree haters go, oh, it's a pagan ritual. How dare you have a tree inside your house? Sorry, no, I kind of went on a tangent there, didn't I? No, but I always think, it looks beautiful. You got the star on top, or sometimes, you might have an angel on there. I like the good old lidded Christmas tree, and the lights on the outside of the house just shine and sparkle at night. And believe it or not, when we had the little storms there, the 60-mile-an-hour winds, they didn't do anything. Like, the lights stayed right there. So I must be a good light decorator. So just remember.
Oh, you didn't lose any lights to wind? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good.
Half of my garage door came off of its track, though, but didn't lose any lights.
Didn't lose any lights.
So with that being said, guys, have a Merry Christmas. And one final announcement before we go. We will have a Taco Tuesday. However, it's your turn.
However,
let's see what I do there. Taco Tuesday will just be me, because all I'm doing on Taco Tuesday is I'm going to show a Christmas Carol, and it's totally royalty free, because I made it. I made it myself, my own action figures. So,
I'll be there.
So yeah, that ought to be good.
That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
Now, Sandy Diva, if you want to join that one should be good. If you can. If you don't, it's okay. I know you got Mandela Monday, so I know you probably won't be able to. But Taco Tuesday, baby. And we'll see you then. That's the next show here on the He Bro channel. Ho, 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 ho. And we better get going here before your pumpkin turns into a mush pumpkin.
It doesn't end until you make the sound.
Oh, yeah. Do 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 do. Actually, that's on the outro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So thank you again, Keith's dad, really, for being here. You really saved my bottom.
Anytime.
And Sandy Diva, if you're listening out there, we'll have to do a rain check. How about that? So yeah, we'll do that rain check, and next time I'll make sure to wake you up an hour before the show or something to that extent. Anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us on our special Merry Christmas edition of Shifty Sunday, and we'll see all of you next year.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. For Keith's dad and Hebrew 77 and Sandy Diva. Yes, I'm including her name too. Good night, everybody. Do 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 do. See, and then the outro. Hey, what does this button do? Well, it's time to say goodbye, folks. Adios. So long. See you next time. Don't forget to watch Shifty Sunday, Taco Tuesday, and Slap Your Butt Saturday. Every week, we have a new live stream headed your way. And of course, I put videos only about every other day on the channel, by the channel. So, remember, folks, snakes don't always bite, but when they do, get a .22 revolver and shoot their ass. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Do 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 do. Hey, Charlie, what are you doing over there? I'm eating a chili dog. Oh, hell. Do 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 do.